Hello, 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 hello! How are we doing on this beautiful Easter Monday? My god, the sun's out. The sun's out in the UK? This is blasphemy. But it's really nice. Oh, I mean, it's kind of nice. I like the sun, but the only downside is it makes it really hard to see my monitor. Oh, you can never win. You can never win. Yeah, really nice day for a change. Yeah. Hey, Jatty, how you doing? How are you doing? So today, some more Mythic Plus, and hopefully a little bit of a better day than when did I stream? Saturday. Yeah, Saturday was a bit of a mess. There's no other real way to put it. Um, breaking the meta, more like breaking all of my keys and depleting for 4 hours straight. I mean, I think we did one key, but it didn't matter. And I think I spent the entirety of the day in Floodgate, so that was something. that was really fun. I had so much fun. I didn't lose my mind. Hey, Namain. Hey, Ryan. Oh, no sun here. Unlucky. Yeah, we've stolen all your sun. I mean, to be honest, it's always grey here. So even when I say it's sunny, it's still like grey outside. Like, it's like the UK has a constant filter on it, right? We've just got this grey filter. But that's classed as sunny. When it's not raining, it's sunny. I can imagine so many people at the beach today. I wouldn't go to the beach in this weather, but oh, you gotta take advantage of what you can. I bet it's absolutely packed. And what am I doing? I'm just playing World of Warcraft, dude. I'm just playing World of Warcraft. Yeah. So I also realized something really stupid that I've been doing when making my elitist groups. So you know how you use Raid.io? And that's how like you can check how people are doing, their like time scores and stuff. I hadn't actually turned on the setting to show me how they do in Mythic Plus. So basically all it was showing me was how they did in Raid. So now if you like look at myself, now you can actually see all the keys that I've done, how many timed runs that I've done. Yeah, it's actually groundbreaking. So I kept bashing it. I kept saying, why am I using this? Because it would only show me raid encounters. I'd be like, what was the point of this? How is this meant to help me? Yeah, it turns out I just didn't turn the setting on. The only downside to it is it uses all my memory. I have no idea why it uses so much memory for this. So I think I'm going to have to form a group, and then once the group's been formed, just turn this out on off, because I don't want it, like... I mean, I don't think it'll really cause too much issues in-game, but... I don't know. I could see it, like, causing a little bit of lag here and there. I don't know. I'll min-max it. So we're starting with a priority 13. I think this was a 14 on Saturday. I forget what happened. I think it was the last key of the day, wasn't it? And we went in there and we wiped on the first trash pack, and then people left. Oh, I remember now. Someone butt pulled. They pulled the pack up the top of the wall, and at that point it was just over. So that was a really good end to the day. That kind of summed up the entire day, really. So we're not gonna do that again. We're gonna start off. I'm gonna only, I'm not gonna go too hard on the restrictions to start off with. So it's only a 13, right? Only a 13, and this will give me score. I'll be not much, like 20, but score. Yeah. Yo, dancer, how you doing? How are you doing? All right, let's queue up. Let's see. Okay, so now you can see like how many time runs people have. Wow, this is actually game changing. I can now go full elitist. I'm probably gonna take this healer. Probably. They've done a lot of timed runs, and I like that they've done mythic. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, do you ever take a 4-stack? I don't think you do. Oh, I don't know. I don't think you do. I think it's bait. I'm not going to take a 4-stack. I just don't think it's the way to do it. So we'll take a paladin. That's CR straight away. Gotta say hello. Gotta be polite. Hit him with the yo. What did we like? I really like Balanced Druid. I'm a big fan of Balanced Druid. Oh my god, and this is the issue, right? You get so many people that sign up, and my brain can't process all this information. It's just too much. Warrior Tank. I do like Warrior Tank. I think maybe start off with the tank and the healer to sort the comp out. Yeah, a good warrior is like just the best tank, I think. I mean, Demon Hunter is obviously better, but I think Warrior is really good for Windwalker as well, and I just like him. Done quite a few runs, maybe not quite 13s. It's only a 13 though, isn't it? They have done good keys. 667. They've done 13s. I like that. Is 2 druids doable? Oh my god, you can see what's happening, right? I'm just getting overloaded. My brain can't handle this. Just... Oh no. It's too much. It's too much. I'm gonna take the Demon Hunter. I'm gonna take the Demon Hunter, and then I'm just gonna delist. I'm just gonna delist and start again. I'm surviving. Hey, that's good. that's positive. Press shift while checking, and it will show you what keys they've completed. Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. I was looking at my own stat. Fuck me, I was looking at my own stats. I'm so bad. Oh, have I mentioned that Mythic Plus isn't my forte? I feel like I want to trust a mage, you know? I'm in that boat where, to me, a mage, I don't want to take mages to dungeons, but I feel like I need to break out that habit, take a really good mage, get my perspective shifted, and move on with life. So I might just take this big mage, give us his lust. What have they got? They've done 13s, they've done 12s. Maybe not. Maybe not. Why is no one 670? Where are all the 670s at? So I know my eye level's like out of control, right? I'm 673, so that's just stupid high. But I never see any 670s sign up. Is it quite hard to reach that item level? I guess if you just do Mythic Plus, right? If you don't raid, I could see it being tough. Oh my god, it's just too much. Just forming a group shouldn't take this long. Alright, we won... Okay, lock in. We won a Boomy. Or a Feral. Do we? Oh, I want a Hunter. Right? I'm happy with that. Give me that Hunter. They've done 13s on pretty much everything. So I'll take them. They are capable to the cause. So that's Lust, that's CR. And now we just need something big. We've got a ranged. Melee, melee, melee. Potentially another range wouldn't be too bad, but... I don't know. I like the idea of a Warlock. I do love health stones. Oh my god. Oh my god, they've done a lot of keys. Actually, I'll take them. They've done a lot. Okay. This is the A-team. I've formed this group. I've gone full elitist mode. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Let's go to the dungeon. What am I teleporting to? What is this again? Haven't seen demos since the buffs. Ah, but they got buffs, right? So they must be even better. You know, a buff's a buff. Can't be worse, right? Pretty new to Windwalker here. Managed to get 3k for the first time ever, thanks to your guides. I only just managed to get 3k myself, so I'm glad the guides helped. Maybe a stupid question and answer whenever you have time, but is it normal to have moments where you kind of have to wait a few seconds for energy to generate chi, or did I mostly fuck something up in my rotation? No, Windwalkers do have natural downtime. Like, it's not all the time that you'll end up in that situation, but it is completely normal to have periods of natural downtime where you do have to either wait for energy or a bit of chi. It's predominantly, like, outside of your big cooldowns, like, quite far out of your big cooldowns when you basically haven't got things like Invoker's Delight, for instance, that are generating you haste and whatnot. You're outside of a Storm, Earth, and Fire window, so your chi costs are still, like, maxed out. Maybe you haven't had a few Blackout Kick procs for a while. And you don't have any, like, Spinning Crane Kick procs either, so you're not getting, like, free abilities and extra generation. Like, you can get natural downtime. It's completely normal. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you're having lots of downtime, then potentially, yeah, you might be running into issues. But, like, the odd downtime here and there throughout a dungeon is completely fine. More prominent on raid bosses, I'd say. Hey, thank you for the prime. I'm the Dork Knight and the follow. Appreciate it. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you so much. Oh, man. You're a real one. Alright, let's do a ready check. I don't want to leave these guys. I don't want to blue ball these guys. You know what I'm like. I can just yap. I can yap for ages, but these guys are... these guys are just waiting. No worries, Nayman. I hope that kind of answers your question. Oh, thank you for the prime, Dr. Spoigs. Oh, that's really kind of you. Oh, thank you, both of you so much. That's really, really nice. All right, okay. You guys are throwing me off. Yeah. Oh, wait 1 second. Okay.
5,
you good?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Please let me... Okay, I'm just gonna wait. This guy summoned his bloody demon. He's gonna be so pissed. Oh, this warlock's gonna tilt. He's gonna be so mad he summoned his demon. He's so mad, I told you. Because he said wait. He's gonna be so pissed. It's over. Oh, I've already fucked this key.
5, 4,
Oh, no, no, no.
1.
Bro's gonna alt F4 at my dungeon. It's because you can't see... Oh, you can see chat. Alright, let's go proper screen. It's because I did the timer and then I saw the demon hunter said wait. So I waited and yeah, basically it all went downhill. Alright, he said don't attack anything or something like that. I should read what he said. Please let me grab them all. Okay. Oh, we're playing, what you call it? That Shadowpan spec. I did a little bit of practice. Oh my god. Are we really doing this? We're going this hard? Okay. If you say so, Chief. I mean, they are nicely grouped up. This is actually really nice. How did we get them grouped up so well? Like, genuinely, how do we get them grouped up so well? They're usually, like, all spread out, and it's really awkward. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just very surprising. Oh my god! Alright, we've already health potted. I might pop Diffuse Magic here. I don't know if it's going to do anything for me, but an extra defensive I'm not going to complain about. Nice crack from Jade Lightning. Oh, okay. Health pot now. See, it's really awkward because we're all grouped up, so we're all going to get this nasty bleed whenever it jumps. I imagine is the issue we're having right now. The Warlock did tons of damage, despite his Infernal getting absolutely... Oh my god. God Captain Suleiman has absolutely no chill. How? I don't know how we didn't die. I think... Oh! I think everybody in the group dropped to about, like, 5% health. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh. I thought he was going to pull. Am I allowed to go? I'm just going to go. I'm going to assume I can go. A little bit awkward from me there, because I've knocked that guy backwards. Because I was trying to interrupt 2 casts at once, so now that guy is a little bit out of the group. Kind of a misplay. I mean, depends how you define a misplay, right? Is CCing ads a misplay if you CC them, but fuck up something else? I mean, probably, right? Alright, play down. We're gonna have to play a little bit carefuler. I've got nothing to stop these smites now. I'm completely out of CC. We popped Diffuse Magic. That might have just saved my life. Oh, we got nothing. We actually have nothing. I'm just going to have a Vivify and try send out a Crackling Jade Lightning real quickly before I die. I mean, that counts as an interrupt, right? An interrupt. Oh! Oh, am I dead? One final Vivify for good luck. Yeah, I don't know. That was really cooked. We're just all dying to the dot, I think. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna just say I didn't have this problem on the 14. I don't... 5 deaths already, right? So, like, what we talking? Like, how many deaths before your keys tank? Like, genuinely. It's not that many once you start getting into the 13 plus. Deaths really matter. We've already had 5, so that's already a minute off the clock. Oh my god, not like this. I did get the lightning out, though. Ow, I literally walked into that lunging strike. I deserve everything that comes to me. Oh! I have cooldowns, but I just don't want to send them on this one ad. Absolutely pointless. I will pop a defensive for this, and it didn't jump on me. I usually have like a, usually the weak aura that I use for dungeons shows me who is getting targeted. But for some reason in Priory, it doesn't show me who's getting lunging strike. You see what I mean? Like, I had no idea who was getting lunging mode. Alright, we got everything for this pack. I mean, I think the time is generous on Priory, I'll be honest. The healer literally left to go activate that. Which means I'm just going to die to my dot slowly but surely. And I have another dot. It's Dot City. Damage is so high. Not from us. From the things we're trying to take out. Like, I know this dungeon's rough, but I don't think it was this rough. The issue is you only have so much CC, right? And then once you're out of CC, you just perish, because these things do not stop casting. Oh, and there's so many things you need to be careful of as well. If you're standing a cantrip, I'm basically dead. Okay, not too bad on that second pull. Damage isn't as high as Conduit's damage would be right now, but I think it should start evening out. I'm also on 2 stacks of Storm, Earth, and Fire, which isn't great. I don't think we'll get a lightning here. I mean, we can get some really good Fist of Fury off. And we got a... Okay, we got a Shadow Strike off. That's fine. Maybe if I can get 1 lightning off. I mean, I'm going to pop a defensive here as well. Oh my god, we had cantrips all under us. That dot's going to be nasty. I'm going to pop my second. Storm, Earth, and Fire. There's so much going on here. Hello? What's that Warlock's damage? So it's just cheeky 12 million. I mean, to be honest, if I was playing Conduit, I'd probably be doing 12 million on this pack as well. Oh my god. The damage is actually insane. Oh, tank's not looking good. Okay, we got the interrupt. I think we're okay. I feel like we're playing this on Death's Door. The entire dungeon feels like it's on Death's Door. Am I Conduit or Shadow right now? I'm Shadowpan right now. I wanted to give Shadowpan some goes. I want to get more familiar with it. I still need to like rebalance stats and stuff, but I do want to get more familiar with it. Oh, that's a lot of fireballs! We're going to send everything in a sec. Yeah, I'll send everything. Oh, they're going to get the great heal off. And the fireballs. And the smites. And the everything. Because they all cast. Everything casts in this dungeon. It's ludicrous. Oh, I can't be getting hit by stuff. Oh, it's a bit awkward. It's a path thing. I will send a lightning on this guy. Hey, come back here. We've all used our interrupts. Except me. Except me. Mine's back up. And now it's down. I'm probably going to pop a defensive now, because I'm not going to need it for the actual boss. I say that hoping. I really don't think I'll need it for the boss. Like, the only scary thing on the boss is... I don't know, potentially the AoE that the mini-boss does at the same time, but then you can just pop a diffuse magic and you'll probably be fine. Oh, that was a really good paralysis. Is Shadowpan viable in raids? No, not really. The only boss I think you can play it in raid is Styx Bunk Junker, and I think there's actually a good argument that it could even be better than Conduit on that boss if it was min-maxed properly. I played it once, I got ranked 10 on it, and I don't think I played it, like, amazingly. I think at the time I probably still could have done more with Conduit, but that doesn't mean I don't think it has potential. I think, like, everything just kind of lines up nicely, and you've just got constant AoE. Your lightning does... It's actually ludicrous how much your lightning does on that boss. I think it did 22% of my entire overall damage. Because you're basically trying to always make sure that you get lightning on 3 targets. 5 targets, not 3. I didn't run Slicing Winds either. I think potentially you could go the Slicing Winds variant. But at that point, you're probably playing it as a 2-minute class, or spec even. If you're playing it 2 minutes, you probably want like the Priory Trinket. So I think it's definitely got potential, but I think on other bosses, I think Conduit just... I don't know. Everything just seems to go in Conduit's favor. Like burst profiles, intermittent ad spawns, just the timings of bosses. Like, because I tried it on Rick Reverb, right, and it's not like I did bad by any means on the boss. But I definitely, you know, I could play that fight like 5 times better playing Conduit, just because everything lines up nicely. Like, don't get me wrong, the lightning does insane damage on the ad spawns, but I don't know. Maybe if the fight was a little bit longer, it's quite a bit shorter now, right? Isn't it? Because of all the nerfs and whatnot, and characters getting stronger, more gear. Oh, tank! I'm not saying my tank dropped to 0 HP and didn't die, but but he definitely did. Also, bosses take so long. What is this? And you can see the boss damage isn't bad on Shadowpan. Like, you can see I'm doing a steady 3.5 million on 2 targets. You'd probably be able to get, like, maybe 4 million. Actually, I don't know. You get about the same on Conduit, honestly. Once you, like, outside your burst window, right? So I think it holds up pretty well. I do want to play the variation of Shadowpan with Strike of the Windlord, though, but I do need the Priory Trinket. So I'm also kind of hoping I get the drop in this dungeon, or someone does and doesn't need it. Am I dead? Holy moly, it felt like I was going to die there. What do I prefer? I prefer Conduit. I do prefer Conduit. I think it's more engaging as a playstyle. I really like the burst profile of the spec. But I don't mind Shadowpan. Oh! Oh, I Fist of Fury too early! How hard are we going here? This feels really hard. Oh my god. Frame rate? So you can see the damage is still good, right? Like, 13 million on Shadowpan. It's not like... It's not bad. Because it all comes from Fist of Fury, right? And Lightning. So it's not like this hero talent's a joke. It's super competitive. Ow. Like, generally, when I run Conduit on a dungeon like this, but I haven't run it on a 13, I'd be maybe sitting at about, like, 5.1, like 5.2? At about this part in the dungeon, so it's, like, a little bit behind, but... Oh, healer's dead. It's over. GG. I think it is actually over, if the healer's dead. We can maybe try CC this, but you get a few more of those, Yeah. Yeah, get a few more of those Divine Tolls. Oh, buddy, why are you dying? You cannot die there. Oh, we have so many deaths. I don't know if this is timeable now. How we started off so badly. Gonna deplete this into a 12. Start my day off with a 12. But yeah, like, damage-wise, I think it's really competitive. I think it's really cool. Obviously, you need like the certain sort of dungeons environment, certain sort of tank pools, so like consistent tank pools. Like what this guy's doing now, he's pulling like decent sized packs every single time. It's not like big pack, tiny pack, big pack, tiny pack. He's pulling big pretty much every single time. I'm under the assumption we can maybe still time it if we're still pushing on, but we've lost. Oh, we've lost 2 minutes 30, haven't we? And we killed like nothing there. I think the healer probably just got Divine Told. How are we doing this? Yeah, I think play it a little bit slower. Oh, God. It's such a mess on the floor. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, I need to health stone that, I think. Yeah, literally on death's door this entire fight. Oh my god, Sacred Toll is actually illegal. I don't even want to know what it does in like a 14. Pulling them this way, I guess, then. Like, they cast Sacred Toll and more than half your health bar goes. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? I do have cooldowns here, but I'm going to hold them for the boss. I think if the boss lasts for too long, we're not timing this key. Like, the boss has to die. And I think it's going to be a really long boss fight with high damage. Because it constantly, like, scales the amount of, like, damage you take with having to absorb the big circle mechanic. So it feels a bit bad to hold Zuin for such a long time. But I think for the greater good, I'm going to do it. Just have everything up to the single target. So I'll probably do the most damage on this boss, realistically. Just picked up Windwalker and was wondering how you think it compares to other DPS. I think in the raid, it's probably one of the best. Probably the best melee in the game at the moment. In M+, I think it's not as good. Like, it's by no means bad, but it just doesn't scale as well. Like, our damage just isn't as good once you get into higher keys and mobs last longer. Bigger packs, bigger pools. Like, you eventually just can't compete. Like, it doesn't mean they're not capable of doing high keys. And that's my goal, right? I want to try to do high keys on this spec. And, like, there's definitely players that can do them. But other specs will find it easier, I think. Like, so they released their, they released their stats for M+, Radio.io, I think, the other day. And every week, or they release them every week. And every week, the Windwalker icon gets smaller and smaller. And the amount of, like, basically, like, how much, like, what people playing, what's the meta at the moment, how many people are doing these, like, levels of keys at higher keystones. I'm a little bit concerned because this hasn't been popped yet. At all. Do you want me to pop one? I mean, I can. I'll just diffuse magic it. It's going to hurt at the end, though. Oh, the hunter's dead. Hunter's alive? I don't know if I can take another one. I genuinely don't think I can. I think I'll just bleed out. no defense for it, but it has to go. Like, it has to go. I can potentially take the next one. So I'll have fortifying up. Oh, hammers. Alright, I need to take one now, I think. Whilst my fortifying's running. And I'm going to health pot because, oh my god, damage. I can't take another. I literally can't.
5, 4, 3,
I think we have to kill it now before it kills us. I'm just going to pop another Storm Earth and Fire. I think we just got to go all out on this. Please, bro, stop casting. Get over here. Oh. I'm so slow. Alright, got the boss down. I think it's definitely still tight. It's going to be so close, though. They did nerf the last boss. So at least that, I guess. They nerfed its health. But yeah, you can see, like, I'm pretty much at all the boss damage. That's why I held cooldowns for it, because I just knew, judging off of the second boss we did. I have kind of screwed up my cooldowns here, though. I'm not going to send Zune without Storm Earth and Fire. Feels bad, but... Alright, we'll send him now. Look at them, they just keep casting. I heard you like Holy Smite, so I'm going to cast it for you 50 times in a row. Oh, what's that? Your entire group have all used their interrupts? Haha, would it be a shame if I used my Holy Smite move? And then it targeted me, and I died. Amazing. Oh, I could have fortifying there. I was trying to interrupt, it just didn't come up in time. No paralysis either. I might have had paralysis, actually. Definitely no leg sweep or ring. I'd like to say we're at the easiest part of the dungeon now, but I think this is probably the hardest. Everything casts, everything hurts. Alright, wait for the line of sight, and then go. And the healer. The healer and the hunter died. It's not timeable, I don't think, at this point. Oh, I don't know what's going on with keys at the moment. What was it, last Sunday? Last Monday? Keys went really well. We were doing like 14 mother loads, 13s, 14s. It was all going like swimmingly. And then this week it's just been atrocious. Like, I've got nothing left for that. Yeah, it is GG. What am I meant to do? They're all just consecrating. Like a few times, I think like a lot of it's, not a lot of it, like we all died a good amount, so no one's like really at fault here, but like once the healer falls, and like these sort of packs, it is just over. It is just absolutely over. Are we timing? Are we just finishing it? I mean, what, did I care? He's still going, he's still going. I thought he might just leave because he typed GG, but I mean, if you're almost there, you might as well, right? I think you get a little bit of score, maybe? Definitely not timeable. We're not going to clutch this and time it. Letting you know that now. Oh, watch out. Oh my god, okay. Okay. We pulled just about everything that was left in this room. tell you one thing. Shadowpan definitely loves Bloodlust. I feel like... I feel so nice when you get a Bloodlust on Shadowpan. On Conduit, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Like, the added haste is, like, kind of minimal. But you definitely feel it on Shadowpan. It feels a lot nicer. Probably not a bad PI target. I don't know if it's going to be... I don't know if it's, like, the best PI target. Probably not, right? It's definitely not a bad one. Do I lose a lot of frames during raid? It depends what sort of raid it is, right? If it's like, if we're doing like heroic splits with 25 plus people, then I can do. That's just, I feel like that's just standard. If you get more than 25 people in a raid, suddenly your game just like, mine does anyway. It's done it for years. My game will just die. But 20-man mythic raiding, nah. I think what happens with raiding as well is like the longer you, I don't know why it is, but the longer you're on the boss for, like without resetting your game, the less frames you get. So I'll notice it, like a lot of people that I raid with will have to like log out every like hour or so just to reset their game, and then it plays better. I don't know what really causes it. Maybe just too much like weak auras, like using too much, stacking over time. I don't really know the cause and effect. But I have to do it as well. I'll have to reload my game. It happened on Mugsy a lot, one on Bandit a fair bit, and Gallywix was a real biggie. That P1 would like eventually be a screen, like a slideshow after I'd... That P1 of Gallywix would be like a slideshow after I'd pulled it for like an hour and a half straight or something, and then you reset your game and then it's fine again. I don't know why. Memory, maybe? In what situation do you prio spinning crane kick over blackout kick? If they're both baseline, then I'd always spinning crane kick over. How do I explain it? Basically, you have no other abilities up, and they're both basically they're the only two abilities you have up. They're both baseline. Then I'll spinning crane kick and AoE. Anything over like 3 targets. So right now, I'll spinning crane kick, right? Because then I have a rising sun kick up. Again, nothing up, so I'll spinning crane kick. Blackout kick's about to hit 4 stacks, so now I'll do a blackout kick. Yeah, generally that's how I'll play it. So now we'll get into that situation again, right? A rising sun kick, few adds up. I'll spinning crane kick. So the only 2 options are blackout kick, spinning crane kick, so I'll spinning crane kick again. Because neither of them had a proc, right? Oh my god, I hate this place.
Survive.
What was that? The ads explode, don't they, when they die? Classic. No worries, Haggle. I hope that helped. Or made a bit of sense. Sometimes I think I explain things when they do not make sense. We need... Oh, we still need percent. Classic. Look, so, like, damage isn't even that bad. Like, we've had 21 wipes, right? We've wiped on bigger trash packs and stuff, big cooldowns, and damage is still good. Like, I definitely rate Shadowpan. I think it just needs the perfect conditions. I think this dungeon's a really good one. The pull sizes and, like, consistency of pulls, like, really help it follow through with the damage you need. Like, 'cause every single pull is, like, about the same size. Big trash pack, right? And when I say consistent, it doesn't mean it has to be consistently big trash packs. It can be just consistently small. It just means there's, like, no real dips between, like, packs. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm glad we finished the dungeon, I guess, because at least maybe I can get a priory trinket out of it. I'm very surprised everybody stayed. Usually when it's called, people will just leave. Maybe there's potential we'll get a little bit of score. Or maybe it was like so far through, it was just like, you know what, fuck it. Just finish it, just go. I think this dungeon would be really good. I don't know, I used to think this dungeon wasn't that hard. But then all of a sudden everything, I realized how many things actually cast. And once you're out of all the CC, it's kind of like similar to Grim Batol, right? Grim Batol had so many trash packs that would like cast abilities, and it was a race between you killing it before you ran out of CC. And once you ran out of CC, it was GG, right? And it's the same as like if you get Divine Toll at the same time as something casts and nothing gets interrupted. Oh, we're getting the buff. I was like, no, please don't leave my dungeon. Please don't leave my dungeon. Like Grim Batol would have like, especially in like the second room with the second boss that ran around the room, you'd run into those situations where if you didn't kill that pack fast enough, it was over. Like they'd eventually just outcast you. Very similar to like Divine Tolls. I know you can't interrupt them, but like it's the addition of Divine Toll plus maybe like a Holy Smite or something, or a Fireball on top of each other. It always kind of like, it KOs you. Generally, there's nothing a healer can do about it. Oh, that was very close. Probably greedy not to roll there. Why does that hurt so much, even when you look away? Oh my god. That hurts so much, even when you look away. I might pop a Karma or something to try pad some damage off of that. No, I've used Fist of Fury. Whew. Okay. I don't think they'll do this boss again if people are dead. I'll be honest. I think people will leave now. Where's my healer? Oh, he's going to res her. Right? I think he's doing the res. Yeah, he did. He did. He did. I was going to do it, but I saw him jump. I was busy explaining. Oh. Oh. This is why you don't talk. I think that did less damage to me when I looked at it than when I don't look at it. I'll be quite honest with you. That felt like it didn't even hit that hard. The more I use Slicing Winds, the more I love it. I agree. I got very familiar with Slicing Winds. Yeah, it's over. They're going to leave now. Oh, it means I have to run this dungeon back. On a 12. It's not okay. Looks it. I don't know. The one thing I notice is like AoE damage is always like pretty high from a lot of specs that come, but boss damage is always so low. I feel like I always have to solo carry on bosses. It means they extend for so long. I don't know. I mean, it's one of the good things about Windwalker, right? Like when you spec into Mythic Plus, right? Like how different is Mythic Plus from, you know, single target? It's really not that different. So it's not like you're giving up too much to do AoE over single target. But it feels like bad. I don't really know what other classes are really good at AoE and boss damage. Fire Mage? Question mark? Maybe I need to like expand my resume, my roster even. I don't think a damage was an issue in this dungeon though. It was CC, I think. Yeah, CC I think caused us to eventually just not be able to do it. The amount of crowd control we had on certain trash packs, interrupts. Like, I'm not saying like people didn't interrupt or people didn't CC. We definitely did, but we just didn't have enough, if that makes sense. One of the things I like about Windwalker as well, right? I think Windwalker has tons of CC. Leg sweep, you know, Ring of Peace, paralysis. Yeah. Just those, but you know what I mean. I guess a kick as well if you want to clasp that. Oh, I have to do I don't want to do this dungeon all day. I'm going to tweak. I'm reading some chat now. Can I show talents? I can. I think I just did, actually. Without even knowing that you asked. But yeah, this is what I'm running right now. I think it's, like, it's up for debate what you want to take on Shadowpan. You have a couple of options. So you can either run something like Spiritual Focus, Drinking Horn Cover, or Ascension. I don't think you need Ascension on Shadowpan anymore. I mean, I haven't been running it right, and I've run into, like, no issues with Chi or Energy. So I definitely think it's one of these two. The argument for Drinking Horn Cover is it extends your Storm, Earth, and Fire. So your burst window, or not even burst windows, your damage windows are going to be longer, right? So you get more damage out in your Storm, Earth, and Fire. However, I think Spiritual Focus is kind of better because you're basically playing a lot of your damage off of Lightning, right? Like, Lightning's got a lot of your damage output that you're trying to put into it. So you want to try and enhance your Lightning as much as possible. So how do you do that? Well, have more, like, what enhances Lightning in this build? Zuin and Storm, Earth, and Fire. You're only going to Zuin every 1 minute 30, right? So that's already locked in. However, if you can get more Storm, Earth, and Fires out, even if they're a short period of time, you're still getting that burst damage out every so often. So I think it's the better take. I do like it. I haven't really tested out Drinking Horn cover too much with this build, but I'm kind of locked in. I think I'm pretty set in my ways for this one. Yeah, Zuin's battle gear as well. It's why you see me Rising Sun Kick a lot in AoE. Like, usually when you play Conduit, you only Rising Sun Kick to get your Whirling Dragon Punch off, right? But when you're playing Shadow Pan with this build, you're using Rising Sun Kick to try and reduce the cost of Fist of Fury. Because if we look at the damage breakdown, 23% of my damage comes with Fist of Fury. Right, so it's not even close where all the damage comes out from Shadow Pan. It's like Fist of Fury, Spinning Crane Kick, Crackling Jade Lightning. Like, those are your three competitors. So trying to get as many Fist of Furies out as possible is key. So trying to reduce that cooldown is super important. Okay, let's queue up again. My 12! Oh my god. Just even having to say 12. Isn't this stream called The Great Push or something? Oh my god, The Great Deplete. I play with Arcane Mage a lot. Yeah, I think I need to... I'm going to try out some, like... Because it's a 12, I'm going to try out some other specs, I think. Some other classes that I'm biased against. I want to see Mage in action again. I'd like to see a Rogue. I haven't really played with many Rogues. Oh my god, Warriors out the wazzo. Oh, I'm not going to be too biased on score here. I will be 100% honest. I think that's fine. Right. Yeah, they've done 12 everything. Get them in. Get them in. Oh, there's a mage, but... Okay, maybe I'll be a little bit biased on score. maybe I'll be a little bit biased on score. Oh, it's just too low item level. They've done, like, no runs. What? How is that possible? That makes no sense whatsoever. Oh. We'll take this priest and a lot of Mythic Plus. I'll take a mage. I will actually take a mage. And I tend to take a lot of hunters at the moment, so I'm not going to take a hunter for this one. I'm going to try take something a little bit different. Maybe rogue mage? We need CR though, don't we? What a CR? Paladin? We've had Paladin. Druid? Maybe a Feral. I'll take a Feral, actually. I will actually take a Feral. Not Balance, I said Feral. They've done a lot of dungeons. I will take this one. Alright, Mage, and then we're just going to take a Feral. I'm just trying things out. We're cooking in this one. DK time. Frost buffs. Potentially. Yeah, I don't mind a DK. They have CR as well, don't they? We'll see what pops up first. I always have to remind myself what the CR classes are, because they're so random. I think that... Hot take, that all healers should have a CR, and that should be it. Funny, your healing specs. Wow. They should have a combat res, because they're the healer, they're the res class, right? It makes sense, no? Farewell. And that way you don't get locked into having to take a specific spec for CRs. You can just rely on your healer. Crazy. Where the Ferals at? No. No, I'll be picky. What is CR? Oh, combat res, Chris. Like battle res. The res that you can do in combat. DK for grip? I mean, yeah, I would, but I don't... I mean, what's a... Okay, they've got a good main score, actually. Go on, then. Go on, then. DK for grip. DK for grip. Yeah, okay, we'll take the DK for grip. Oh no, Fuzzy! I'm a feral and I signed up, but now I can't re-sign. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have missed you. I was looking for a feral. But this group has demanded a DK. You can't see the party chat. They demanded a DK for grip. That's why I keep repeating it. Tank, you know the good route? The new one on the corner? Bring them all? I forgot to save it. I played yesterday with one tank. Oh god. Oh god, what are we getting into? DK drip is a luxury? Do you mean grip? I mean, that drip is also luxury, right? What mog you rocking? Damn, that DK got some good drip. Thanks for following Haggle, TB Dub. Wow, great game. Zanderly, just simply Chris. Thank you all. Yeah, proper having a chat about this. I don't really know what the new route is. I imagine it's probably what we just did, right? With that, oh, what's it called? With that Demon Hunter. I did like it, bringing it all there and everything getting stacked up. The damage output was insane because everything's on top of each other. Probably makes sense, though. I'm surprised you can get them so stacked up, actually. Alright, we're just waiting on this mage. Oh, it's going to be so good when we +2 this. It's a 14. It's going to be like... Oh, I'm just going to plan out my day real quick. It's going to turn into a 14 Theatre of Pain, which will give me insane score. We time that, which then turns into a 16 Rookery. And then, hell, we one-chest that, because it's 16 now, it's hard. And that turns into a 17 Blood. Wow, this day's going to be so good. I'm going to get so much score. Slicing Winds is from Plunderstorm? Yeah, it is from Plunderstorm. I don't know what Firewall is. I didn't play much of Plunderstorm. Is that another Plunderstorm ability? I think it's the first implementation of a Plunderstorm ability on an actual class. There have been Plunderstorm abilities put into the game. Wait. Why do we keep saying wait?
5, 4, 3,
What?
2, 1.
I'm going on my time. We can't just keep saying wait. Stop saying wait. You can't ready up and then... Am I crazy? Everybody readied up. And then you type wait. And then I do another ready check and you all ready up. And then they type wait again. Is that on me? Is it not on them to just not ready up? I don't know. It's semantic. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Like, what? Wait for what? Player already dead. Rest in peace. Bozo. No, not a bozo. But you do got to pop defensives here. Like, defenses are no joke here. I could maybe ring them into this corner. It didn't really hit much. The defense is so awkward, though. So they're all stacked in this corner, right? So because they're all stacked in this corner, one defender goes through that you can't interrupt, and then what? Then what? I'll tell you then what. No damage. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Plunderstorm ability. They added one to the boss in... Not the boss even, the like mini boss. Oh, the boss as well actually in the Dawnbreaker. That big purple orb that they shoot out. That was a Plunderstorm ability implemented into trash. This is a 3-pack. I don't like it. I'm gonna wait on lightning real quickly, just because I want it to get into 4. Like the actual value you gain is enough that it's worth it. Like, one extra target does make a difference. Yeah, I don't mind slicing winds. I know a lot of Windwalkers don't like it. I know that because I made the video on the nerfs, and I read through every single comment. There were a lot of unhappy people. Which is fair, right? I kind of get why it's not that great, the whole power aspect of it, the displacement. I think maybe because I've just played with it so much on like PTR, playing it a lot in Raid, I've just become accustomed, and to be honest, I don't think it's actually that much of a displacement. To me, it just feels so minimal at this point. It's like the tiniest like step forward. But then I see people don't like Cracked and Jade Lightning, right? Because having standstill, cancelling it. I just don't think you can please everyone. But I think it's cool that you have the options to go like whatever you want at the moment as Windwalker. I mean, you kind of, well, I say that you kind of do have to take Slicing Winds or Cracked and Jade Lightning, right? Like you do have to take, you have to take them, but you don't have to go like both if you don't want to. Oh, nice. We just got the Whirling Dragon Punch off. It didn't screw me with the timer. A lot of damage. Pop a defense here. So far, so good. I'm surprised we didn't pull this stuff. This is usually what you pull. You pull these into these, but I'm not going to concern myself. Do I use hold and release, or just pressing it twice? Hold and release. Wait. Wait, whichever one like you can one-tap it with. So probably hold and release, right? Because I press it and then it goes off. Yeah, the double tap I wouldn't use. I really hate it when it does that, and it sometimes can bug out and force it to be a hold and a double tap one, and that's really awkward to do. I mean, everyone's got personal preference on what they'd prefer it, but I just think being able to one-tap it and then be ready to do your next ability is a lot easier than holding it down. Not holding it down, having to press it, let it charge, and then press it again, because you're essentially just double-tapping it anyway, right? I played with this tank yesterday on a 12 priority is the weirdest route. What the hell? Don't say that. Ah! Look, at the end of the day, White, right? Every single meta-defining route is a weird route at first, no? Because how can you create your own meta-defining route if people don't like, if it isn't weird to start with? So really, he's an innovator. Me, I'm just a passenger. I don't think it's too bad so far. Like, realistically in this dungeon, there's not much routing you can do. Once you get past the first boss, it's pretty standard. I guess the only real route stuff you can do is at the start. Oh, I got like no damage off that. Oh my god. Note to self, don't cast Cracked and Jade Lightning on a reflective shield. Interrupt. Use your interrupt. Okay, I'm sorry. Having to cast my interrupt during Fist of Fury. Okay, we've run out of interrupts. Everything's like literally not stacked up together. Now what, guys? Now what? Now what? Now I just die, no? Like, we run out of CC, I imagine. And I'm getting purification on me. Amazing! I don't know how we didn't die there. Really good healing. But It looked like nobody had any CC for anything at that point. I think like 3 ads cast 3 times in a row. Bro says interrupt. Ooh, interrupt. Am I just dead here? No, I'm good. I might have died if they didn't proc it low enough. 1 pack at a time yesterday. Oh, I think this isn't too bad. We got some bigger pulls today. The fire mage is not inspiring confidence right now. No. No, you're not wrong. And this is what I mean, though. Like, I try to break my biasms by, like, playing with different specs and stuff, but it's like, it doesn't inspire confidence at all. DK's okay. But DK's like mega meta. DK's probably getting PI as well, right? Which is fine. They should be getting PI. I have no idea if I answered your question, Ryan. What was your question? I do struggle to answer questions whilst I'm in a key. Maybe? Oh, I'm hitting dimension... Hold on, let me get into this boss a sec. I'm hitting dimension returns on my mastery. The CC, should I start eating different food and flask? Oh, diminishing returns, I imagine. Autocorrect, right? You should use Alchemical Chaos once you're at a certain amount of mastery. Like, for every piece of content, it will always sim the best. Like, don't go out of the way to do, like, haste flasks or crit blasts or anything like that. They're not good. There'll be a DPS loss. Alchemical Chaos just works out the best. I think ever since I got to 70% mastery, it just started simming better. Food's a good one, though. Food's a great question. I always eat Belladar Bounty, even in Raid, when agility food is provided, just because it sims better. So even though my mastery is, like, jacked out the wazoo, it still sims better to eat the mastery food, like the secondary stat food. At the end of the day, I just always suggest simming it. I know it's a bit of, like, a cop-out answer, but it is always hard to, like, determine what's probably best for someone else's character, right? Because all characters are at different stages, different gear, different content. But generally, from my experience, I found always Alchemical Chaos and always Belladar Bounty. I guess that's just how good mastery is, right? Even when you're at, like, sat at, like, 90% mastery and you've got, like, 50% diminishing returns on, like, a whole bunch of it. It just sims, like, really well. I'm going to save cooldowns for the big trash pack that we've bloodlust. Do I have some kind of special setting that lets you zoom out more? Is this quite zoomed out? So I think I'm always quite zoomed in. I do technically have a camera add-on, though. I don't know if it does anything. I think it's called Stop Resetting My Camera. I've turned it on and off, and I feel like it does nothing. I don't even, like, think it works. But that's the only camera setting that I use. Yeah, I think it's literally just called Stop Resetting My Camera or something. It looks quite zoomed out. Oh, in that case, then, yeah, it might help out. Like, I have dynamic cam, but I don't use that when I play the game. I only use that for capturing footage, like B-roll and stuff. So that allows you to, like, change the position of the camera based on your character. So it's, like, quite good for things like that. But I don't use it whilst playing. Oh my god! Have mercy. No, great heal. This track pack is... Track pack? This trash pack's horrible. Oh, okay, paralysis, sure. And then... I'm fully out of CC. I have an interrupt, I guess. I guess that counts, no? Damage is now my CC. If I can kill it, it can't cast. So damage is technically a form of crowd control now. It's probably the best form of crowd control, actually. I do have cooldowns, but I'm not going to send them on this 3-pack. I don't even know if I'll send Crackling, actually. These guys... Oh, it's a tough call. No, I don't think they're going to last long enough for me to be worth it. I think holding it for my big burst is way more value. Yeah, I value this more. Setting in that add-on allows you to zoom out more in dynamic cam or in the stop resetting. I think in dynamic cam you are actually right. I think I fiddled with it a bit. Oh, the damage is illegal. I've got nothing left. Where are we pulling these? Okay, over here, fine. I swear to God, from now on, I'm just going to invite, like, enhancement shamans. I'm just going to invite full melee. I swear to God. I think CC is more important. Unless someone can, like, defend what mages CC are. In my mind, mages don't have any CC. And because of that, they're off the table now. It's over. Any caster doesn't have CC in my eyes. I know it's completely wrong, but... so what do I have? I have... Stop resetting my camera, please. And then I think it just sets your camera to max distance. That's what it said underneath of it. So it's literally just an add-on called Stop Resetting My Camera. But I think, yeah, with things like dynamic cam, you can go even further beyond. Oh. Balance Druid, Evoker, Shaman, all good CC. Okay, I'll agree with you. I do like Balance Druids. Okay, Balance Druids might still be on the table. I don't think I've run a key with an Evoker for a long time. I know Devastation are really good in the raid. I imagine they're probably really good in M+. I just don't see a lot of them. I don't think they're a very popular class. Like, when they were popular, it was all Evokers, right, wasn't it? I never see Prez. Where are we taking him? Yep, over there. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I rate that. Okay, can we move him out all the stuff? Cool. Thank you. Probably a bit late on the diffuse magic there. I was too busy watching the boss. I dislike Prez this season. I just haven't played enough of them. I like Priest, but that's just because Priest is broken. So a little bit of favoritism there due to class balancing. I actually like Resto Shaman still. I know that Resto Shamans was said to not be very good anymore, but I disagree. That's got 5 bloody lights on it, guys. We have to pop this. Oh my god. There's one more. Oh, I can't get it. Please get it. Okay, I'll get it. Fine, I'll die. I'll die for it. Like, no one could get it? Like, we're just gonna leave it? It's because the DK died, so we just had to play it down. He didn't take it. So now we wipe on this boss on a 12. I can't. I'm actually gonna lose my sanity today. It feels like Muggsy all over again.
Of course you fool.
Vindictive wrath. 5, 4,
These ninja DC.
1.
Buddy, you're not gonna kill it, please. Oh, so the unholy DK is just offline, and my key's tanked. So I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. Nice try. It wasn't a nice try. What? Wiped on a 12. You're actually having a laugh. Okay. So I have an 11 now. I need to get the thing where I need to do a 12. Okay, I'm going to get a 12 Theater of Pain. I'm just going to find a group that does 12 Theater of Pain, because it means that I can't deplete it lower than a 12. Because an 11, I just can't do anything with an 11. I'd like Slicing Winds more if we didn't have to hop forward with a quick cast. I don't think it's that bad. I honestly don't think it's that much of a displacement. I mean, you share the opinion of a lot of players. A lot of players do not like the displacement of it, but you should have seen it on the PTR. You went a lot further with the one tap. Like, now you literally, I'll jump to where this guy is. Before you probably jumped to where this guy was. They did reduce it a lot. I'm just going to find a theater. Theater, all caps. You're telling me there's no Theater of Pains being run in the entire game right now? No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Look again. What? Oh, Mythic Keister. Alright, I'm gonna do it. 12. Take me. 12 to 12. 12 to 12. What do you use for that interrupt tracking? Would like to use that against my DPS? Yeah, sure. Imagine this thing here, right, with the 2 trackers over here. I will post that in the chat for you. It's just it's a Wii horror, not an add-on. What am I looking for? My mind goes blank so quickly. Interrupt tracker, right? This one? Yeah, so whenever you, like, join a group that is Mythic Plus, so it won't work in Raid, obviously, because you'd have, like, an entire list that goes up forever. But in M+, it will automatically, like, just check what kicks people have. It includes things like Spell Reflex as well. But not like hard CC, not like leg sweeps and stuff like that. I think it includes Sigil of Silence as well, potentially, things like that. Monk or Unholy DK, which one can find pug groups easier? Probably Unholy DK, because it is a meta spec right now. Yeah, I'll get up an image for you. I'll get up an image for you that can quite clearly show you the disparity of classes right now in M+. I was kind of talking about it a bit earlier. So this is Mythic Plus spec popularity in the War Within Season 2, all regions, week 6. Windwalker, Monk in general used to be up here. And we've kind of fallen back into where you would expect to find Monk. Right? You'd expect to find Monk down here. So you can see, like, what the most popular specs are, and then this is by Keystone as well, right? So you can see, like, Monks eventually, like, you do not see Windwalker or any Monks past 18s, but obviously 18s are crazy high. But even if you get to 12s, right, it starts decreasing rapidly. So you can see, like, where all the popular specs are. It's, you know, Demon Hunter, Priest, DK, Druid, Mage to an extent as well, once you start getting into these. Paladin. You can see, like, basically Monk is, like, the least played class in M+. Kind of. I guess Rogue's pretty low as well. I don't know why they've done it like this, actually. But we decrease as you go forward, go down. And as well as that, I'd say Monk's in a pretty popular flavor of the monk place. Flavor. Did I say flavor of the monk? It isn't a flavor of the... Oh, I can't even teleport. I'm gonna have to fly that. It's like in a flavor of the month space right now as well, because it's high raid damage, right? So a lot of people would have switched to it to play it for raid and whatnot. But yeah, it's just not that popular in M+, just because it falls off damage-wise. Whereas you can see DK is insanely popular. So you work off... So I guess to answer your question, I'm talking more about perception. How is the class perceived? So if you're playing a DK, you're more likely to get invited to groups because people perceive that as the meta DPS spec for this season right now. So they'll see DK and they'll go, ooh, they play this at the high keys, don't they? Get that in here. So I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. Whereas you see a Windwalker and you go, ooh, decline that. Decline that. No, to be honest, I haven't had too bad. I think it's been a lot better than Season 1. Season 1 was so bad to getting into keys. I don't know how other people's experiences have been, but compared to Season 1, it's a lot harder. Easier, even. Not like crazy easy to get in, but like Season 1, I think it was impossible to get into any keys. I literally had to run my keystone for everything. Like no one would ever take me. Now you can see like I get invited and stuff. But I have heard people still having troubles like not being able to like join 13s, 14s. That's a lot of weak auras. Yeah, it is a lot of weak auras. A lot of them... Some of them look a lot messier than others, right? So this one, Liquid Liberation of Undermine, looks insane, right? But it's not as bad as it looks. This is like for the raid, but it puts more on your screen. So when you actually just have like one boss, it still looks bad. But realistically, you only get like one icon. Like your screen never fills up. A lot of them are raid focused. Some are Mythic Plus, and some of them are just like quality of life, like the timeline. My Shadowpan, Wisdom of the Wall ones. You know, the War Within Dungeon one that I keep talking about is kind of important as well. I highly rate this one because it can help. It like basically shows you when things are casting, dots you have, incoming abilities, knockback, spells, affixes, all sorts of jazz. Realistically, you kind of have to play the game of weak auras these days. You don't have to, but I mean, they're there. They help. The game's basically built around weak auras, right? Like, if that makes sense. Like, when designing, like, raids and stuff, like, they take into account the fact that players can use weak auras for these bosses. So, you know, like, when you're on the PTR testing out bosses and stuff with no weak auras, the fights are insanity. Like, Lock and Stock, for instance, is a great one. Your weak aura will tell you if you're red or blue 4 seconds in advance of them spawning. On the PTR with no weak aura, you do not know. Like, you have to manually be able to check, and it's actually really difficult. Getting all 20 people to 100% no. I want to focus the Bloodhorn first. Oh, I'll get the interrupt. Because the Raging Tantrum can just get out of control. Plus, it's a good touch of death target. And then I just like to focus that Satchel. That's not Satchel, but I'm going to call them Satchel. They're the ones that constantly cast out the interruptible ability. So I think they're always a good focus on this boss. Ah, so we run out of haste. This is one of those situations where I'm so low on haste. But luckily I can pop something like Storm, Earth, and Fire, and that will basically give me like a lifeline out of the fact that I have no haste. Or no energy, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, but they're kind of two are intertwined. Ow. I haven't run a Theatre of Pain in weeks. I think this one's not too bad for Conduit. I think they both have good, they can both be good here. Because you can get a lot of downtime. But then at the same time, there's a lot of, like, single target bosses, which feels kind of, I don't know. Like, you lose a lot of value from Conduit by having to expend your cooldowns on just one target. Or a Shadow Pan, it's like, am I really even sending my cooldowns right now? Not really. I don't have any. Back to Shadow Pan. Yeah, just at the start. It's going to be dungeon dependent, right? That's what I take into account, what I think will probably run better. My question is, right, if this is an 11 Priory, if I complete this and get all 12s, does this boost up? It bloody better. It bloody better, because I don't, like, do you know how hard it is to find an 11 Priory? I might as well deplete it to a 10 and do a 10 and 2-chest it. You're not finding a group for an 11. Can we pull it into the mini-boss so I can get good crackling? It looked like it. Oh, this is good. We want this on this boss. Mini-boss even. They've added the effect now to the sword so you can actually see when they're going to hit you. I don't know why it took them so long to add that. You'd have no idea when, like, it was really hard to tell if those swords were going to hit you or not. They have no, like, circle around them. Also, fun tidbit about Crackling Jade Lightning. You do not want to cast it when he's doing Interrupting Roar. It's like one of the only abilities that he'll nature lock you, basically. And it will basically stop your entire channel. So you actually do need to be careful of the Interrupting Roars from these trash packs. How do I know that? That's a great question. It's never happened to me before. I just know it. Believable? I believe it. Bloodthirsty charge. I'm gonna send cooldowns here, because my cooldowns in my mind are just so minimal. And I should have a Storm Earth and Fire up anyway for the trash pack. I think it works out like that. Oh! Keep your ricocheting blade away. Yeah, 13 seconds on it. It's fine not to really have Zoo, and I don't think it's fine to just expend. Because these things last long anyway. Like, you see how much damage I'm doing, right? If I don't expend my big cooldowns on it, how long are we going to stay on this mini-boss for? Like, 2 minutes straight. Oh, I thought he was going to pull into the pack. Thought we were going to get jiggy with it. Oh my god, longest mini-boss in my life. I'm going to hold Crackling here, though. I need to be careful I don't instantly pull aggro here. I might pull a defensive straight away. And then you want to focus the Captain. He is a mad lad. So it's worth fixating your clones on this dude here. Like, I'm 99% sure he gives an aura, which means that they take less damage. Like, you can see that they all lost their size. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, everything's a little bit group. Unstacked, even. The opposite of group. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for God's sake, that really hurts. And I palmed the wrong target, so I instantly lost it. What's the appropriate response whenever your Celestial Conduit bugs and doesn't proc? Cry a lot. I don't know, I usually get angry. Not angry, but I just, like, I go onto a Blizzard rant. If it happens to me, I'll just start ranting about how Blizzard needs to fix it. And then I calm down again. I guess it's fine to just be angry at it, like, honestly. Like, it's not fun. Maybe not, like, don't smash a keyboard or anything, but in actual, like, terms of things that will help. Nothing. Because it's an unknown cause of what causes the bug. So there's no, like, real way to counter it. Or, I suppose, like, try to play around it or anything like that. So just stare at your monitor, I guess, and be sad. Alright, we have cooldowns on pull. That's really good here. Hopefully we don't get dragged down because I don't really have the burst. Are we going? I don't really have a lot of damage here to like one-shot someone quickly. I might let them one-shot me. You never want to go down though. It's always ideal not to be the one to go down. Obviously you can't really decide it. But the player that's always up top tends to always carry the damage on this fight. You did not. You're capping. Well, I'm definitely going down now. You kill me? I mean, I'll Fist of Fury you. You're doing no damage, mate. I'll just one-shot you quick. Did he pop defensives? Oh, hold on. He didn't. Got to go hard on this oppressive banner because we're a player down. I am poisoned as well. Probably needed to detox myself. So we are a DPS down. It'll be alright though. It's not like this fight gets exponentially harder. It's just the same thing over and over again. We have no CR. We don't have a CR. It's down for another minute. You can tell, even though I don't have an add-on or weak aura that shows, if you look at my jumper cables on the left next to the bars, you can see it's got 1 minute left on it. I'm probably going to keep Crackling Jade Lightning. Oh, no, I'm not. Blood and Glories for ages. I'm just going to send it. I was going to say I'd save it for when we go down, so I could instantly Crackling Jade Lightning my opponent. And then we could just come up really quick again. I'm not going to send cooldowns here. Absolutely troll. They all need to go into the boss. What's this guy talking about? Nice, we got Touch of Death off on that. Use cooldowns when you are low. Oh! I almost thought I mistimed that. I definitely greeded a bit. Oh, I love getting lightning when these are up. Look at the light. The banner just disappears. Oh, it's disgusting. We do have CR now. Potentially worth sending out on the hunter at this point. I don't know. Not my call. I don't really... It might be worth saving it for like another boss or something. Oh god. Went stealth. I don't really have anything for this. Oh, I'm gonna have to send coolies. If the banner stays up for too long, everybody dies. Yep. Didn't quite get it, so I'm glad everybody moved out. But I think it was the right call. Oh my god, this fight. It's just taking so long. I'm not gonna send Zuin. You're not focusing the boss right now. Like, the banner still needs to go, my dudes. His banner still needs to... Why were you focusing? I mean, that's on me for not dodging, right? But why would they on the boss? We wouldn't have killed it in time. What did they send down? They sent down the healer and the hunter. Yeah, no one was focusing the banner. I mean, I should have dodged. That's on me, right? I kind of reacted too slowly to that, but... I don't think we would have killed the boss in time before the banner, and then everybody's super slow, and then you all just die to mechanics. Maybe the call was to do the boss? Hard to tell. It just gets longer, you lose so much time in this fight if someone dies. Yeah, I mean, you lose fight on everything if someone dies, especially early, right? But that one's a rough one because you lose a lot as well because obviously you've got DPS that end up going down to a different platform every so often. So it's already a really extended fight for what it is. Having someone die at the start is rough. On the plus side, it's not my key, so I actually feel a nice sense of relief. I don't lose anything from this. We do need to do something though. I've got all my cooldowns. Where are we going? The diseased horror corridor. Okay. Just pop everything. Just keep swimming. Am I interrupting flurry strikes when I press another button? No. Even if the animation looks like it's not going through, it should still. You don't have to let like the animation play out before you cast anything. The only thing that should like properly, that isn't a bug that will stop your flurry strikes hitting, is if you send them out, like they shoot out, and then you like move away from your target. There is like a distance you have to be to them. But even if it doesn't look like they're shooting out, you can still cast. That'd be kind of messed up. that would be a little bit messed up. But like, yeah, distance can actually make a difference. You have to be close enough. I don't know what the actual distance is off the top of my head. I'd probably say, like, because I've done it on target dummies a few times while making videos on flurry strikes. I'd probably say within spinning crane kick distance of them. Makes about sense. Maybe fist fury distance. I pulled it! Oh my god, get me out. Do I have any tips for a new Windwalker? I don't know. I get asked that a few times, right? And I feel like I need like a PR answer for that one. So there's like so many things. I feel like I end up overcomplicating the answers so much whenever I'm asked. I just need like some basic tips. I don't know. I mean, like, everything feels like generic, right? Like, make sure you're confident in your mastery, like making sure you're using like your mastery correctly, not pressing the same button twice in a row. But that seems like really basic, but I guess that's kind of like fundamental. Like saying like things like I'd suggested tips is like just making sure like you practice your priority and stuff. That's like a tip for every spec, right? Like make sure you understand your priority. I think okay, here's one. Don't be concerned if you have downtime, because that does get mentioned a lot, right? Like a lot of people will be like, is it normal to have downtime on Windwalker? And then they get concerned potentially that they're like playing it wrong, and they should always be casting. Like Windwalkers do have natural downtime. Just like it's not all the time, and it'll be a lot more when like you're leveling or you have lower haste. But it's definitely part of the specs of natural downtime. What's another good one? 2 stacking? I guess that kind of simplifies something. But with spinning crane kick and with blackout kick as well, for most builds that you play with them, they get these procs on them when they glow. When they glow, blackout kick gives you an extra chi instead of spending a chi. And what's the other one? Spinning crane kick does like 200% more damage, something stupid. Don't be afraid to hold it. Like, you can hold them up for 2 stacks, and it's probably best to do that because it allows you to send out other important abilities. As well as that, they're really good abilities to help you avoid the thing that we just talked about, the running out of like a cooldowns, you know, natural downtime. Being able to get like a free cast of spinning crane kick or blackout kick that gives you chi, that helps negate that entire situation. So it's not like, I don't know, I feel like I probably need to sit down and actually think of some proper useful tips for new players. But yeah, to me though, things like that are important. Light of the Nair. I'd actually highly recommend Light of the Nair. I used to not recommend Light of the Nair, right? Which sounds crazy. But ever since this tier, I started playing with it a lot. And the amount of times it has saved me from positioning or getting out of something really quickly. I think it's probably... It's super... Yeah, I think it needs to be utilized more. I think a lot of Windwalkers do run Light of the Nair. But it's really good. It can also help you unlock yourself from a Whirling Dragon Punch, which is not as well known and very, very niche. I'll try to do it now, actually, as an example. So I roll, so I get my Light of the... Okay, I rolled the wrong way. I've got my Light of the Nair ready to go. Okay. Never mind. He tries to do a tutorial in the middle of a boss fight and it doesn't work how he wants it. Surprise, surprise. I will get it right. I'll get it right and then I'll hype it up. But it's super niche. Woo! Okay, we'll get it this time. We'll get it this time. So I have my Light of the Nair ready for 5 seconds. I Whirling Dragon Punch, and then I jump. And you can move whilst you're in your Whirling Dragon Punch. You can also do it without prep time. So if you technically roll during your Whirling Dragon Punch animation, you can then dash instantly. Because I'll be the first to admit that I've died plenty of times to to a Whirling Dragon punching at the wrong time. But if you can react fast enough to something like that, you can actually get out of it. But then, like, to me, that seems like a tip that, like, is not very helpful for a beginner player, right? Like, that's... See what I mean? That's why I need a PR response to these answers. I need to actually think of some better responses. So that's like super min-maxing Light of the Nair. But to me, that's a tip, right? To me, that's a tip and trick. Oh yeah, it also lets you run across water. Can it kill you? I don't think it can kill you, right? It doesn't work like water. What's it called? Frostwalk from the DKs or the Shamans, right? Where like if they put it on you and you land on water, you die. I don't think it works like that, does it? I think it... Like, you don't kill yourself, right? Oh, you do die. You do die. Okay. Well, I don't really play a lot in the open world, so there's not a lot of time I'm actually playing on top of water. Okay, it can kill you. Oh, that's funny, actually. Oh, get off me! Oh, Vivify. Yeah, Vivify is a really big one as well, actually. That I even think it's good for beginner Windwalkers. The power to heal yourself as a DPS spec is actually insane. You'll start noticing it if you play like other specs that can't heal themselves. Like I played a Demon Hunter, right? A little bit, and their healing comes from dealing damage. So once they're not dealing damage and stuff, they can't heal themselves. The ability to heal yourself every 10 seconds instantly for like easily a quarter of your health at times cannot be understated. It's this button over here, Vivify. It's even stronger when you're playing Shadowpan, so not as strong in raid. But like, there's a lot of times where you'll be on a boss, for instance, like Gallywix, and he'll send out like a suppression where you got to run out and you're all taking damage and dodging stuff. You can then just run out, start vivifying yourself, run back in on full health. Kaiveza is my greatest example of it, where Kaiveza was a boss last year, where she put mechanics on you where you had to run out the group, and you'd be taking insane damage. On top of that, you'd be quite far away from a lot of your healers because you have to stand in specific spots. Being able to just stand there and spam vivifying yourself was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So basically getting the most out of your kit. But I really like Vivify and the benefits, or like, I guess the extra healing it can give you. Oh, this is where my groups go to die. I find that no one ever interrupts this bone dude, this bone magus. I hate this trash pack because he one-shots. If he gets a cast out, you're dead. You're dead. Alright, I've done my interrupt. Good luck, everybody. And I don't think we have any... What do you call them? The lesser cool elf. Blood elves. We don't have any blood elves. Oh my god. That's some damage. Oh my god. You see what I mean, though? I had to CC this guy like 3 times in a row. We're so dead on the next pack. How much haste have I got at the moment for Shadow Pan? Literally the same as Conduit, so about 20 odd thousand. No, sorry, that's a lot. 20% is what I meant to say. 20% odd, 21, 22. It says 32, but it's not correct because obviously I've got external buffs at the moment. I'd like a bit more. I'm glad they added these lines as well. Because before, like, it sounds stupid, but a lot of the time you wouldn't be able to tell where they were shooting their thing. Like, obviously in front of them, right? Oh, they're shooting them in front of them. It was actually harder to tell than you think. Like, when it gets messy like this, you just see this beam, and you'd be like, oh my god, which way? Which way? Oh! I have cooldowns, but I'm just going to send them on the next pack. It is a 3-pack, so it's not, like, amazing to send it on. But they'll come up for the boss at probably the time I want them to come up for, which is when the ads spawn. To really pad the DPS meters. Because that's what's important. That's what's important. He's going to cast Bone Spear. He got interrupted. I've got a leg sweep ready. I'm not too concerned. Yeah, we should be fine. I'll leg sweep now. Then I can just continue doing damage. And I'll get him targeted. In case I have to hit him with an interrupt. Nah, not too bad. A bit late on that interrupt. Yeah, this boss is like disgusting for padding as a Windwalker. You basically just wait for... You hold Crackling Jade Lightning until the ads spawn, and then you send it on the ads, and they all just die. And then you do that every single set. Mage and Priest can dispel Magus Shield. Ooh. Can Blood Elves do it, or am I tweaking? Am I just thinking that... I must just think I have one, when it's actually just a Mage or a Priest in my group. Or can Demon Hunters take it with, oh, what's the ability? They have they eat magic? Is that I don't think that's what the ability's called, but... So here's where we go crazy with it. And then we die. No, I just stand inside the ability and pop defuse. We're fine. So these all needs to die, right? So you just send absolutely everything into them. And then what I used to do on this boss is I'd spend a lot of time on this boss just running around in a circle. But what I find is actually easier is just plonk yourself down. Anytime the orb comes, just run in and out. And then nobody has to do any movement. You get the well on you and you're not stood on top of other players. See, I get the well now and I just move back and forth, back and forth. Crazy. This is some crazy tech I'm teaching you guys. I say. This is some crazy stuff you're learning today. Which probably you all do anyway. Why are you guys so close? Oh my god, you see how close everybody was? How did their souls all spawn in the air? I swear they were stood next to the boss. Oh, I'm dead. Hello? What? Why didn't that one-shot me? Yeah, we got some fake orbs. It just went straight through me. Well, shit. The more you know. Shaman can as well. Oh, so it's more specs then, right? Oh, that's actually a really awkward overlap. Oh, we just dodged it. And then we'll get one more big group up. Yeah, here. And it's all dead. It's just disgusting. And now we're at the final boss, which I think is the hardest boss in this dungeon. I think it's the easiest one to tank your key. Like, on paper, it's not a hard boss, but I think it's when all the mechanics start coming out at once, it can get really... Where are we going? Oh, do we miss a soul? Like, I think once once the boss casts its, like... I guess it's intermission phase when it, like, starts ramping up, and then suddenly you've got the... Oh, I don't even know what they're called. You've got the charges, you've got the frontal, you've got the sucky, you've got all of it on top of each other. I think it's really easy to forget about one thing and get caught out. It's usually the frontal that you could get caught out by, because you're trying to dodge all the rams running at you. So you'll dodge all of them, and you'll be really happy with yourself, and then you're stood in front of the frontal. You're dead. And we only have 4 minutes, so we cannot have any wipes on this boss. It's been a very slow dungeon, actually. How do we only have 4 minutes? 8 deaths, I guess. Low damage, I guess. Yeah, we gotta do this in one. I try to hold Crackling Jade Lightning. I'm gonna say not a pull, because I'm gonna have a lot of... I'm gonna be able to ramp it back up. But then midway through the fight, I'll hold it literally for the remainder of the fight for the next ad set. Because it's so important to get those ads down as fast as possible. And it's Crackling Jade Lightning that does that job. So I'm going to send it out as fast as possible and then just try to gain as many stacks as we can real quick. So I'm probably going to Blackout Kick more than I need to here. And Spinning Crane Kick rather than ramping up Tiger Palms. 13 stacks isn't great, but... And the reason I rolled out there is positioning. With Crackling Jade Lightning, you can end up in situations where if an ad is like not 180 degrees in front of you, even if you're targeting something else, your lightning might not bounce. So I basically rolled out there to guarantee I'd hit everything. I think I slightly just missed the one on the edge, even though I did try to position better for it. But that's what I mean by holding Crackling Jade Lightning for that. Like, these ads need to die so quickly. And then I'm going to reach 20 stacks soon. And I'm just going to hold it for the next one. Even though it feels like I shouldn't hold it. Like, you'll see me start holding this for ages. In my mind, I think it's worth it. Just to guarantee. Alright, now things get complicated. I might shut up for a sec. Just to make sure I dodge everything. Alright, we're fine. That was an awful rollback, by the way. I rolled back to get a better position, and I just rolled into the, I rolled into the crowd. It didn't kill me, but I definitely could have rolled better there. You can see, like, all the damage for this fight comes from Crackling Jade Lightning. It's so important to get those ads dead. Yeah. I mean, I got score for it. I mean, ooh! Is this it? Also, I got 2 primes. I'm really sorry I was in the middle of, I was focusing. Thank you, Bitnax, and thank you, just simply Chris. That's really, really kind of you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Alright, so I think we get the quest now to... Failing to clear at level 12 or above, within the time will no longer reduce the level. So please tell me I've got a 12. Please tell me. No! No. Oh, I thought I'd get lucky and it would pump itself up. I think that was I think I was expecting too much. Oh, sorry, I missed quite a bit of comments on because I was trying to focus a little bit at the end. Consume magic. Yes, that's the ability. Can you tell I play Demon Hunter? The souls always spawn on the edge, so you can cheat some extra uptime on the boss. I didn't know that. I thought they spawned on top of you. Why do I think they spawn on top of you? Because you all stack, don't you, on We're talking about Koltharok, aren't we? Not this boss here. I don't know why in my head I thought you stack and then they spawn on the edge. I guess that's why they... Yeah, you must be right, because people were stood next to the boss. I guess it's maybe determines what side you're on, or they spawn on what side. I don't know. They used to spawn where you were, right? I'm not crazy on that. Maybe I am a little crazy. Oh, I hit 4 ads plus the boss. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't count. I wasn't counting good. Yeah, Crackling Jade Lightning caps at 5. Yeah, you're completely right. Gabriel or Gabriel? I don't know which one. Oh, Gab. Nailed it. We'll go with that one. But yeah, you are completely right. I completely forgot that the boss was a target in those. I was just counting ads. Yeah, 100% right. 100% right. Time for Resil 13s. My keys might be resilient, but my willpower and morale is definitely not going to be resilient. I can't purchase that from an NPC in the game, unfortunately. I can't go up to one and purchase IRL resilience. I wish you could. Let me DPS that 11 Priory? Sure, Fuzzy. Yeah, just give me a sec. I'll queue up in a sec. I'm about 30 points away from 3k. Strike of the Windlord is important for Conduit, but I'm wondering why it's not used in the Shadowpan build. So there is an alternative build that you can go that does run it. Predominantly, it's not running this build because initial sims for Shadowpan were just that you had to put so much into it, and you didn't run Slicing Winds, right? This was like pre-buff Slicing Winds. So realistically, like, the argument even was that if Strike of the Windlord wasn't so fundamental for Conduit, you probably wouldn't even have run it. Because it literally was part of how Heart of the Jade Serpent worked, right? Like, it was so fundamental to the build. With Shadowpan, you don't have Heart of the Jade Serpent. So the value you actually get from these abilities and this side of the tree is quite reduced, quite minimal. Like, it's just not as good as it could be. But then Shadowpan got a little bit of a buff, right? It got a little bit of a buff with the Crackling Jade Lightning. It got a little bit of, Slicing Winds got a bit of a buff. So a new build has come out, which is like an alternative one, which is... The idea of the build is that it does less single target, so you're going to do less on bosses, but it is potentially a better version of Shadowpan for AoE situations. Off the top of my head, you kind of need the Priory Trinket for it, so it's a little bit niche as well, because you play as a 2-minute spec, so you don't go Zwan's Bond. I need to... I'll get it up on my Discord, because I haven't posted in my Discord. I haven't run it, so I'm not too familiar with what the layout is just off the top of my head. Oh, come on, load you. Okay, yeah, so you drop Zwan's Bond, you go... No, not Thunderfist, ew. Brawlers, yeah, I thought you'd drop Brawlers. Then you drop Seth. Yeah, so you're dropping a lot of, like, kind of important abilities, right, to go into this. And then your final option is Fury or Slicing Winds. Fury if you want a bit more single target, but Slicing Winds if you want a bit more AoE. But in general, this build will do a bit more AoE. I think on paper, it suggested that this build was the weaker one, regardless, because you're giving up, like, a lot of major abilities, right? You're giving up things like Spiritual Focus, you're giving up Brawler's Intensity. Because Blackout Kick still does a lot. And as well as that, I think the biggest one you're giving up is one's Battle Gear, which kind of sounds crazy, but because Fist of Fury does so much damage and you're constantly reducing its cooldown, losing that's quite a biggie. So you're trading off your damage from Fist of Fury for damage from Slicing Winds and then Gale Force. So I think I haven't played this build enough because I don't have the right setup for it, but I'm under the assumption, and it's probably how I'll play it, is that you're trying to use Strike of the Windlord as a way to enhance things like your Crackling Jade Lightning. You're trying to enhance your Slicing Winds. That's kind of the vibe I get with it. I feel like it's a pop-on cooldown sort of ability, but potentially you'd hold it if you have a 20-stack Lightning about to come up, or you have Slicing Winds about to come up. Kind of like you would for Heart of the Jade Serpent. I think that's probably how you play it, but I just haven't really got around to testing it, because I don't have the 2-minute setup that I'd want for it. Now, can that make sense? It's a completely viable build. Like, you can definitely run it. Oh, I got a loot. Cool. Yay. Yay me. I've had a few people play it as well. I think it's going to depend on what sort of situation you're in. That's the cool thing about Windwalker, right? You can literally go 4 completely varied builds, right? You've like 2 viable Shadowpan M+ builds. You have like a few Conduit builds that you can go. They'll all do about the same damage. They'll all be fun. Like Windwalker's in such a good state. Like it's actually so fun right now. That's what I don't like most about Mythic Plus is having to play one build continuously. Like season 1, you'd play the one build over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and it was like, okay, okay, this is. But with Windwalker, if I want to play Shadowpan for a dungeon, I can. Conduit, you can. Hey man, fan of your stuff. You ever do log reviews? Guild is asking me to swap to Windwalker for some future bosses, and I feel pretty lost so far. I used to try do log reviews, Michael, but the issue with it was that I found that I just couldn't I can't realistically like put a lot of time towards it. Because when I did like log reviews, I'd spend like easily half an hour to an hour. But like outside of that, I feel like I just end up like delaying them. Like I've had people like ask, and then I feel like I failed to get back to them, so I do feel bad about that. But like I've got a lot a lot going on. So I'd always suggest trying to like the Peak of Serenity is the Discord for Windwalkers, and they have a log channel, and they've got like a few players there that like go through logs every day. They know exactly what they're looking for, what they're talking about. They've looked at any sort of log you could ever imagine, and they'll get back to you really quickly as well. So I'd always recommend trying to go there. They're really good at what they do with log reviewing, and they do a better job than me, honestly, because they've done it so many times. So I'd always suggest them as better log ones. It feels like a cop out, like go do someone else, but I'd recommend them over me regardless. All good, thank you. Was thinking about doing a Shadowpan build, so I was curious. Right now I'm at 30% haste and not even close to having enough mastery, so I might try it. Yeah, 30% haste, that's like, what, about 20,000? You'd probably be alright with Shadowpan. Like, don't get me wrong, you can play Shadowpan with 12,000 haste, like what I'm at right now, and be fine. But it does prefer a bit more haste, like, and you can tell as well when you're in like a PI or you're in a Bloodlust how much nicer it plays. It's very similar to season 1. Like, you definitely enjoy getting the extra haste buffs. It doesn't go amiss. I'm at 3250 as Windwalker right now. It just gets harder and harder to get invited to keys. Most groups have DK, Druid, and Looking for Lust. Yeah, it's the thing we went over earlier, isn't it? It's the like disparity. It's this thing again, isn't it? Like they've got their classes that they want. Like you basically you start running into the thing where people want Mesa. Like you can see 13 over here. It's like not even that bad. Suddenly you get to 14 and the lines actually start getting so much thicker. The disparity just grows. And suddenly, yeah, you're just in like this Mesa bubble, aren't you? And our lines grow shorter. I have no issue forming 14s and stuff. So you're probably gonna. My advice would always be do your own key, because like forming it isn't actually that bad. Like you'll always get people that want to join it, and then you can decide. But actually joining into groups, you're competing against like at least like 7 DKs that are signing up, right? You're competing against 7 druids that are also signing up to your key, and you're gonna run into that situation where it's like, well, they're gonna take the meta spec, aren't they? Because it's perceived as the better one, because that's what the better players play, right? That's what the people doing 19s and 20s they run, so run it as well. A Delve Trinket's worse than Sephorium? Not necessarily. It depends what eye level you have them at as well. I just don't have any Delve Trinket, so I can't even like run sims on them. But things like Mechanocore are still good. It was a little bit like deceiving on the sim, not like through anyone's fault, but it was like kind of over simming, I think. But it doesn't mean it's a bad trinket. Funhouse Lens, you know, is also a good one, but obviously you'd swap that for like House of Cards, right? Sephorium's just a good one, a good standard one. I've seen some people running Junkyard, the Junkyard Magnet instead of Sephorium. I think that's also a good alternative. You have a few good options, but Sephorium's just like a really good uptime. And that's probably its like best quality. Is that like it can easily get about 60% uptime in a dungeon, which is a lot, right? All right, I'll do my. All right, so the next key we're doing is the 11 Priory. I'm just gonna go grab a drink real quickly because my mouth needs water. I don't know why I phrased it like that. I'm sorry. My mouth needs water. Jesus Christ. Who let me on the mic? But no, it actually does. It does need watering. So I'm just gonna grab a drink. I'll literally be 5 minutes, and then we'll start running some keys. And don't worry, Fuzzy, if you're still here, I'll get you in. I'll get you in. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. Yeah, it won't be long. Just 5. I'm back, baby. Can you please show an actual recommended raid build? Yeah, I can do. Let me just queue up this key. I'll start it as an 11, but if no one signs up, I'll drop it to a 10, and we'll just 2-chest it. I think we might not get sign-ups for an 11. 11s are like kind of a dead zone for keys. There's a cool graph I can show you, but basically like 10s are the most done key in the game, and it's not even close, followed by 12s. Like 9s are like so dead. 11s are dead. We'll see. So I might drop it fuzzy, but we'll see. Hope you're not playing for score. I hope you're not playing it for score. Yeah, should I recommend a build for raid? So the usual build I'd go something like this for predominantly most bosses. Well, that's not true. You got like 3 variations of builds that you can go. Oh, I don't know. 664. I'll take a Mistweaver. I like monks. Monk Prio. Oh, no worries then. We'll take this tank. Sorry, I know I'm trying to show talents at the same time. I probably should have done this before I queued the key. I don't know. I'll just take anyone for this. It's only 11, right? I'll take a hunter because I have hunter bias still. I really... Oh, no! 671! No! Do we have lust? Do we have CRs? I don't know. Find out on the next episode. So, yeah. This is kind of what you'd go. Like, with 2 talent points... Well, let's even say 3 talent points left, right? So this is kind of like your baseline build. If your boss has intermittent ad spawns like Reverb or Vexy, you go Lightning. So that's two talents spent. And those are the predominant bosses you do this on. You'd also do this on like Gallywix as well. So then you'd only have 1 talent left, and it's like, do you go Slicing Winds or do you go Transfer the Power? If there's intermittent ad spawns, like, and you're gonna get, and they're nicely stacked up, so something like Reverb where they can be, I go Slicing Winds, right? If it's Vexy, I actually prefer going Transfer the Power, because I think the ads can tend to be like quite far away from each other, so to get a good Slicing Winds off, it's quite hard. So I'd run something like this. But let's say you're on One-Arm Bandit, then I'd run something like this. Rick Reverb, something like this, so you got the Lightning and the Slicing Winds. If you're not running Lightning, then I'd run something like this, just down the middle. But I'd run Slicing Winds potentially still. For something like Cauldron of Carnage, I'd do something like this. Something like Mugsy, I'd do something like this as well. But Lock and Stock, for instance, where it's really dangerous to run Slicing Winds, instead I'd run something like this, where you just put the 1 node into Last Empress Capacitor. So you got like 3 talents that you can switch around and mess around with and have a little play with. But predominantly the top half is pretty much all locked in. It's a little bit hard to tell when everything's like this, right? Like trying to decipher what's got things in it and whatnot. On my Discord, I have actual proper pictures that I've edited to make it like a lot easier to tell what the build path is and stuff like that. We'll go Conduit for this one, because I haven't got Conduit today. But yeah, on the Discord in my dungeon and talents, and my talents for season 2 channel, I've I've got talent builds. I've probably edited to them so they all look like this, and then they've got like highlighted versions on like abilities that you'd switch in and whatnot. So it's a lot clearer. Priory? Yeah, Priory. Yo. The raid buff is 9% this week? Oh, is it raid buff again, is it? On the reset. It should be then, yes. It's 3% every 2 weeks or so, right? We can have a look. We go raids. The Galagio loyalty card. Yeah, you should get these 2 then, shouldn't you? So it should be the 9%. I think it's 2 per week that you can get on the Galagio royalty package. Alright, plus 11. All I'm hoping for is that we time it. I've had a nightmare in here today. We had that 12 theater that went fine. That was kind of like a nice mental refresh. I don't want to be in this dungeon all day. I just want to time some keys. So this isn't for score. Basically, I lost a lot. Oh no, tank's not here. Is he not? Oh no, he's ready. Okay,
5,
cool.
4,
Basically, I've lost a... I'm in the right build. Ah, who cares? It's fine. I probably am. Is my slicing winds going to work, though? No, it wouldn't have. So I had to reset that. I'm going to lose a cast of slicing winds, but it's good to check. It bugged out. Classic. It always seems to happen when I haven't run it, and then I go into a talent build that does run it. Now I've got to remember how to play Conduit. It's been a while. Oh my god, it feels weird. I'm going to have to actually micromanage things again. Oh my god. There's so many buttons to press. Take me back to Shadow Pan. This is so much I have to think about. This wasn't great there, actually. Probably got more damage out my Shadow Pan burst. What talents are those? If you're looking at the talents I was just going over, they're my like raid talents that I just discussed like 5 minutes ago or so that I had up on the screen. Just like what the different sort of builds are for raid. Knock you in. See, that's what I mean. I hate these potshot ads. If you have no way of really getting them into your group, they just constantly shoot. I'm glad they nerfed them. They needed nerfing. Oh, I need to make sure. Yeah, I forgot this is an 11. So because it's an 11, we get the Void Emissary. So I'm going to hold Touch of Death. Hold Touch of Death every single time now. Okay, we have pulled the boss, so I'm just going to go big here. Okay, didn't mean to open that. It's all over the place. I guess we'll focus Shalaman. Is that what they're called? Shellyman? Shellyman? I'm so slow. Remember how I said I'd save Touch of Death for the Void Emissary? Yeah, me too. Hopefully we pull another pack with this, because I've got big cooldowns, but I don't want to send it on just one ad. I think we're going to go up the stairs and pull something else, which kind of feels bad, because I'm having to hold cooldowns, but it's better than having to send them one. We are pulling more, right? Okay, the decision was made. Yeah, for this dungeon I'm running standard, middle, and right. Thank you, right. Ooh, I did just lose 2 stacks there, a spinning crane kick. That feels bad. Oh! That was scary. These are the talents I'm running for this dungeon. If you're on YouTube, you could pause that. If you're on Twitch, I hope you have photographic memory. Oh, I guess you can clip it. That sounds like a lot of extra effort, though. We don't quite have cooldowns for this. I mean, we're about to, right? Come on, come on. Cool. The one downside about this affix is actually it kind of screws up your House of Cards timing. Because it reduces the cooldown of your abilities, right? So your House of Cards no longer lines up with Zuin. So you actually have to activate it yourself at certain times. It can be quite awkward. Basically, the only pull it lines up perfectly is the first pull. Oh my god, they're all focusing me. I'm dead. These things are getting knocked around. Oh my god, Fuzzy's got some damage. Fuzzy came to play. I do have cooled. It's just not. I'll send a mini burst window, but it's not worth sending my entire thing on just one trash pack. Or trash pack, even one mob. Especially when we're about to get to the boss. Feels a bit awkward. So this is like the downtime that you want to have your cooldowns rolling. But then we do have the big guy coming up. Hopefully we pull some trash with this. If we pull some trash with this, it'll be cool. If not, it's like no issue if we don't, but I will send on this guy alone if we don't. Okay, we are pulling trash. Holy moly, we're pulling trash. It's perfect. I try. Everything just dies instantly. Pop my big cooldowns and everything's just dead. I like being monk with this affix, being able to touch death the emissary. Yeah, that's the good part of it. The downside that I actually don't like is the fact that then your House of Cards gets like really kind of desynced. But the touch of death on the emissary is insane. Because it does its full damage, right? It's similar to Ansarak, how Ansarak had those... Ansarak had ads that had the exact same thing. They had a shield on them. And if you managed to touch a death them on the second platform, you would do, like, insane amount of damage. Like, I want to say you could do 14 million damage with a single touch of death. That sounds a lot, but I think it's actually the number. Basically, you just get a ton of value. I have cooldowns coming up, and I will send them. Feels a little bit awkward. I might delay a sec, actually. Just to guarantee I don't screw up my Fist of Fury too much here. Alright, I'll send now. Oh! I was looking at your message, right? And I look at my screen and I see that there's a leap jump in my way. I played Pally mostly during that boss. I played Monk for Council. My brain is just completely lagged. I was like, what's the Council? Yeah, Silken Court, right? I imagine. I was like, wait, there was a Council boss. Windwalker was actually surprisingly good on Ansarak. The cooldowns just kind of seem to line up really nicely. You do a lot during... Even P1, you do a lot of damage, but like P2, with the ad spawns and stuff, you would go insane. Surprisingly, probably one of the best Windwalker fights of the entire tier. So right now I'm not sending anything because I'm waiting for my cooldowns. It feels awful. And everything's going to die anyway. But it is worth it. Oh my god, Hunter, calm down. 10 milli. Show my talents. Yeah, these are my talents for this one, crew. Did someone die? You might just have to pause the video because I can't keep them on the screen, right? Like, potentially I might not even run Ascension with Conduit anymore. Like, I think to myself, what value do I actually get out of it? And I don't know. I just don't think you ever really run into energy issues. And having that one extra, like, chi, I don't think it's worth it. I need to test it out a little bit. But if you can get, like, another talent that actually provides damage, probably get more out of it. It needs some theory crafting. The affect should be spawning, so hold touch of death? Question mark? Hold all my cooldowns, apparently. The affix has spawned. I'm going to touch a death it real quickly and then go ham. Yeah. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh no, I've angered the horde. Good aggro from this tank though. So I was popping all cooldowns going into a fresh pack and he just picked them all up. No hesitation. Everything just got instantly picked up. He's a real one. Ow. Prop Pally represent. Big up the Prop Pallies. Big up the Prop Pally massive. I was debating sending out a mini burst window. I guess so. So I can send out one more before I have my big cooldowns. It kind of makes sense. So the 25 seconds were still on Zuin. So like it now lines up perfectly. You see their cooldowns are identical. I just didn't know if it was worth it on this small set of ads, but I wouldn't send it anyway. So yeah. That was my thinking behind it anyway. And then we send everything. The emissary's coming. Oh, just made out. Like one of the things I love about Windwalker, right? Like, it's just boss damage in a dungeon. It is absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely bonkers the amount of boss damage we can output. Do they need me to soak here? I might soak here. Oh, that's some awful positioning. I don't know if I can soak two. If we get another one, I can soak it, because I've got Fortifying Brew up to that. But like you can see, like once the fuse magic drops off, suddenly my health bar just goes. We might not even have to do the next one, because I'm in my coolies. I don't even think we have to do it. Maybe. No, we're fine. Yeah, boss damage, right? Like, it's just it's ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous.
a place of contemplation to an uprising. Why?
We should definitely two-chest this. I'd be extremely surprised if we don't, which means I should get a 13 off of this, which is kind of what I want. So that then means that I can no longer deplete a key below a 12, which is huge in its own right. Does it work the same then? If you complete all 13s, you can't drop keys below 13. Does it like work like that? All 14s, you can't drop below 14, or is it just 12? Is 12 the kind of gate? Oh, it does work like that. Oh, that's really cool. 13s then I guess are my next goal. I guess. I mean, my goal is just anything that gives me score, right? But I'm kind of... Well, I said I'm kind of close. I'm not kind of close. Consecration. That's where I'm at right now. All 12s, 113. Yeah, I'm about the same, right? I have like a couple of 13s, a couple of 14s, but I don't know. I don't know. I've had a really bad weekend of it, doing keys so far this weekend. Like we had a nightmare in Operation Floodgate on Saturday where I couldn't time it. Like I think it started at a 15, maybe a 14, and it went all the way down to, I want to say 12. And then today we've had priories, right? We started at, what was it, 13 priory, went all the way down to an 11. Absolute nightmare of a day. It'd be like that sometimes. But it does just feel bad. We have cooldowns. I'm going to wait. I'm going to use them on Sir Brawn Pike. 1, this trash pack's about to die. 2, I don't actually have Strike of the Windward up. Kind of a big ability to have up. Game's a little bit laggy, so I think after this key I'm going to restart my game. It's like the same thing in Raid that I was talking about earlier, where like you play the game for like a long enough time, and then eventually like it just starts lagging out a little bit. Only game that it ever does it on. Any other game I play, fine. World of Warcraft. I don't think I have the best CPU though, and this is like a proper CPU heavy game. I couldn't even tell you what CPU I have. Not one of the CPUs that gets the error message. When you load up WoW. I think that's like the Intel 13 series or something. Like you load up World of Warcraft and it basically says, mate, you need to you need to fix something quick. Oh, that hurt. Alright, we need to be careful with these Risen Footmen. I think if you CC them, it stops them from 1-deeging you. And I'm going to kind of pop cooldowns here. Pop a Storm, Earth, and Fire, because I'm probably not going to pop my Zuin. Which means that it will line up nicely. I'll send out some CC as well. I'll be that guy. I'll be a nice guy. Yeah, and then it all lines up for the boss. I did send out Touch of Death on that ad. I know I probably want to save it for the Void Lady. But, hear me out. Extra damage in my first window. Probably more valuable. Oh my god, I was stood in that. Because we got double monk, we should just be able to completely negate upstairs. I mean, you can negate upstairs with just one monk, probably on this keystone level. So you just place a ring of peace down, right? Oh. But if you have 2 ring of pieces, your entire group just stands in them. The ads can't even touch you. You'll be fine. Okay, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, up we go. I can send out a mini burst window here. I'll show you what I mean when I say you can ring a piece these. So if everybody's stacked up in melee, you wait till they're literally about to get up the stairs. And then you just place like a ring of peace here, and they can't get in. Because they naturally take damage. Maybe I placed it a little bit early. You can see they pretty much die. They die off. I think once they start getting close to you, that's when things get really dangerous. Oh, yeah, alright. He hit me with the Purify. Gonna cleanse me of my sins. Ah, that was bad. I had 2 stacks there. Uh-oh. No touch of death for this. I used it on the boss. And that... No! And that's that. So yeah. No, that's not that. We still... we still have trash. We probably don't need to see other healer. I think we just focus one ad down. I don't even know what ad to focus down. This one. Go. And that's that. But it's really not. Okay, now that's that. So yeah, it wasn't a score run or anything like that. I was just trying to boost up my keystone. So I get a 13 off of that. Please be a good one. Blizzard, sometimes. Sometimes I wonder if they do it to me on purpose. Oh, no, I didn't get the... I was hoping as well to get the Priory weapon. No, not weapon. Well, I mean, weapon wouldn't hurt, but I was hoping to get the Priory trinket. Because I don't really want to farm this to... Like, I don't want to run this on 10s continuously, get the trinket. Like, if I get it naturally, I get it naturally. But... because I could end up being in this dungeon for, like, literally days. That was a good one, though. I got it yesterday. Complete all Mythic Plus dungeons with the time limits. Yeah. Complete all Mythic Plus dungeons within the time limit at Keystone 12 during the War Within. No longer deplete below 12 during the War Within. But does it do it for 13s, Rye? The week has been horrid this week. Pugging is also brutal. Well, I always pug. Generally, right? I don't really have a team. Like, I know you probably should find one of those, but I don't really mind pugging. I don't think I'm at the Keystone level where you really need to have, like, a proper team or anything. Like, maybe once you're in, like, 15s plus, then it probably makes sense to actually have a team you can communicate with. Because at that point, you're playing, like, really tough dungeons. 16s, 17s, like, they're insane. You need, like, full-on communication. You need to work out cooldowns and stuff. It's going to restart my game. I'm going to hit it with the classic Alt F4. So don't worry about this graph. This graph means nothing. In fact, actually, I'm not be right backing. I'm just loading up my Battle.net without showing my email on screen. Oh, you know what? I don't really want that. Alright, load it back up. Because I could feel it in that Priory. That Priory felt a little bit sluggish at times. Just the old Alt F4, load it up again, it will work next time. I love the updates Fox did with the weak auras, now show conduit and slicing now. Yeah, I saw that the he'd done the conduit one. I still like my own one. like I did have a look at it, but I didn't like the small icon of the conduit. I think just because I'm so used to this big icon that shows me my heart window, right? I think I'm just adjusted to it. Like, it looks a little bit like out of place, just this massive icon. But I'm used to it at this point. The one thing I don't get with the change, I think I spoke about it once, was for some reason when you reach 5 chi, it turns purple. And I can't for the life of me understand why. Like, at 4 chi, it's fine. At 6 chi, it's fine. Purple at 5 chi. Like, I was trying to rack my brain around it. If it had something to do with, okay, you're at 5 chi, so you can probably expend all of your cooldowns during a Storm, Earth, and Fire, and not you lose all of your chi, or potentially, okay, if you Tiger Palm again, you're gonna overcap on chi. I just couldn't work out the logic for it. Like, I know there'll be a reason for it. I just couldn't work out why they turned it purple. There will be an actual reason, but I couldn't think of anything that was super, like, important for it to be. I guess the best reasoning would be, okay, you're at 5 chi, if you Tiger Palm again, you'll overcap chi, but at the end of the day, it's actually fine to overcap chi a lot of the time. It's not like the end of the world. Fuzzy the Feral Goat. Hey, thank you, Fuzzy. Yeah, no, thank you for joining the key. You're absolutely pumped. You're making a good name for ferals. Now, ferals are in my books are good. Now they come to my dungeons. Feral's playing pretty nice at the moment. Happy to be under the radar. That's just dungeons, though. How's Feral in raid? Is it okay? It's kind of like Feral's very similar to Windwalker, right? Where they feel like they're two specs that are just like left. They're like an afterthought spec. Although, like, I say that whilst Windwalker's like really good at the moment and hasn't been an afterthought, but a lot of the time it's similar to like Feral, where you're just that child that's at the bottom of the swimming pool. Whilst they're playing with like the Balance Druid or the Mistweaver Monk at the top of the pool. Okay, to get resilience, yeah, you need to do the key. Yeah, same key. Yeah, I think so. So you don't overcap, but like as I said, I don't think it's the end of the day if you overcap with energy at the moment. Like, it's not something I actively think about. Like, I'll actively think about being at 5 or 6 chi, but I won't actively think to myself, I'm at 5 chi, I don't want to Tiger Palm now, because I'll lose a chi stack. I think we have enough resources at the moment with our talents and our stat weights that overthinking something like that really doesn't matter. To be honest. What's wrong with that Ascension talent? Nothing's wrong with the Ascension talent. I think we're just at a stage now where it can actually just be not as necessary as it once was. Because, like, increasing your maximum chi by 1 is pretty useful. So having 6 chi is always good. And maximum energy and energy regeneration. Like, overall, sounds like a good talent, right? Like, it is a good talent. But we're at that stage where we're so in for mastery. And we've got a fairly decent amount of haste now that, like, if you see me play Shadowpan, I don't run it, and I don't run into haste issues, and I don't run into energy issues, and I don't run into chi issues. And for a fair bit, I didn't run Glory of Dawn around this instead. But I think there's potential here for Ascension to potentially go for Ferociousness. You might value the stats more. I mean, it might not. I haven't really tested it with Conduit. With Shadowpan 100%. You're just fine. You're just fine with energy. So it makes me think, okay, well, I'm at the exact same stat weights as I would be for Conduit. Why wouldn't it be the same thing? Do I really value this extra chi? And to be honest, probably not. Probably not. Maybe a bit more in Raid. In Raid, I'd value a bit more because the fights are long and continuous. Whereas Mythic Plus, I don't know, you have a lot of downtime between packs and stuff where you naturally regen. So really, you're talking about like 2-minute pulls at max for like a boss or something, or a trash pack. And then you have the downtime where you basically reset anyway. I'm not saying don't take Ascension on Conduit. I'm just I'm spitballing basically my thoughts about where this talent might be for Conduit. Touch of the Tiger. I've heard a lot of people talking about Touch of the Tiger in Shadowpan at the moment. Worth going over. It's a bad talent. Even though Tiger Palm got technically buffed, right? The amount of damage that you actually get from this is so minimal. That you're better off just going for something like Hardened Souls, because like your real options for this. Let me go into my Shadowpan because it's the one where it actually matters. So like your real options for this are, if you take it off, you have like these options, right? Because it's how high it is on the talent. And we've gone through how you don't need Ascension for Shadow Pan, so I value the stats more, and this just doesn't contribute enough damage. You'd think, like, Shadow Pan presses Tiger Palm a lot, so surely this does a lot. It really doesn't. Tiger Palm's so minimal. A lot of Tiger Palm's damage in Season 1 came from the set piece. Like, the set piece gave Tiger Palm more damage. It's not the case anymore for Season 2. I think, like, the napkin math for the buff for Tiger Palm was like 0.2% just from changing efficient training. Yeah, efficient training. It was so minimal. You add like 40% to that, it's barely anything. I think honestly getting the value from extra stats, extra crit is just way more valuable. But there is reason to it. Like on paper it sounds okay, why would I not get more Tiger Palm damage if they've increased the damage Tiger Palm does? Just because it's so low. It's just so low. Like where's Tiger Palm on this? 0.9% of my damage overall. I know this is Conduit, so it's not quite representative, but like you can see like how low it actually is. Is the 40% on Tiger Palm really going to make a difference? It just doesn't. It just don't. You're better off getting some more crit. Have I played around with Shadow Pan since buffs? Yeah, I have, Coot. I've been playing a fair bit of Shadow Pan today, actually. I played my first 3 keys on Shadow Pan. I like it. I'm a big advocate for it. Not only because I made a video on it, which said, like, Shadow Pan's good now. So I kind of got to put money where my mouth is. But I think it holds up. I think it's got... I mean, it had viability before, right? But I think a lot of players are just playing Conduit, right? Because it's good in the raid, so you want to practice Conduit in dungeons as well. But I think Shadow Pan can still perform really well in a lot of dungeons and can overpass. I think maybe it's less dungeon specific. Maybe I was a little bit too... Maybe I was a little bit too picky on that one, like putting them into dungeon categories. I think after actually properly testing, it might be a bit more that it's route dependent, and it's more actually on how your tank plays the game. Like, I think dungeons set you up for a better hero talent, but if your tank doesn't pull the dungeon how you'd expect it to be pulled, then it's not going to be as efficient, right? So the dungeon like categories are basically where it's more likely to line up just off of theory crafting. But you could have it like that, and then your tank could do like big pull, tiny pull, big pull, tiny pull on a dungeon that you think is going to be medium, 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 you know? And the consistency's not there, and then suddenly it was better to go Conduit, right? But we're not talking like even if even if like a dungeon's inconsistent and you're playing Shadow Pan, like it's not like you're gonna tank your key or anything. You're still gonna do great damage. It's just the situations can be better. Anyway, I'm yapping. I need to pick some players. 13th year, so we've just done a 12, didn't we? This dungeon is kind of a joke. I will go Shadow Pan again because I think it's better. Once again, I think it's better for this dungeon. So a lot of Shadow Pan today. Sorry, Conduit enjoyers. But I think Conduit for this dungeon anyway, I would have run Lightning, right? I'd run Lightning for this dungeon regardless. So I might as well take advantage of the Lightning build, right? Which is Shadow Pan, it's stronger. Anyway, enough yeah. In fact, I'm going to actually set some requirements for this one. I'm sorry for anyone that queued up. They can't hear me, but I'm sorry. Anyway. We'll go 2,900 for a 13. Yeah, I still run out of comfort. Yeah, no, exactly right. Like, a lot of players do run out of comfort. It's funny because when Conduit came out, you had, like, at the start of Season 2, you had the exact opposite response. And I remember reading people saying, oh, no, I don't want to play Conduit, right? Because I'm comfortable with Shadow Pan. I've been playing it. Now they've played Conduit for so long, it's... I'm comfortable with Conduit. I just think that's funny. Because once you're comfortable with it, you're like, I don't want to run the other one. Oh, we got some big boys? So many healers. Does this dungeon have something good for healers? Probably not, right? This is for score. Wow. I might run a full melee setup for this one, just because I want to try it out, and I don't think any of the bosses require you to have ranged. So I'm leaning towards a Resto Shaman, and then pimping out my group with melee. How many 13s have you done? None. That is a big DK. Oh, he's done a lot of 13s. I'll take the DK. What is he? Unholy. So I probably want to take a priest to complement the DK, because a lot of his damage is going to be helped on by getting PI. So I think I want to complement him in that way. I also want a class. I kind of want a priest as well, so that we can mind soothe the skip, because I'm super unconfident with the Ring of Peace skip. I'm sure a lot of Windwalkers are. It's not that I'm unconfident with myself in the Ring of Peace skip. It's that I'm uncomfortable with other players understanding how paralysis works. And I could explain it in the dungeon, sure. Like there's an argument there, but at the same time, basically how paralysis Ring of Peace skip works is it's not like a mind soothe or a demon cage, right, where you can be close to the ad and they won't target you. Like there's distance. Paralysis, if anyone in your dungeon group goes within like 20 meters, I think, 20 feet, whatever, it will aggro. So every single person has to hug that wall really tight. So even if you knock them out of the way, if one player is a little slightly too close, it will pull aggro, and then you won't know until the paralysis wears off, right? So everybody has to be kind of responsible for it. Ooh, wait, why am I oohing? Why am I oohing already with DK? Oh, we got Mistweavers. I like Mistweavers, actually. I'm gonna take a Mistweaver. Oh, they... Wait, who done 40? Oh, that's me. I'm gonna take this dude because he's done 13s. He's done some 13s before, so I value that a bit more. No priest for this guy. Sorry, dude. Unlucky. I kind of forgot. Not my problem. Not my problem. At 55 years old, I'm not a min-maxer. Wrecked my head. Are there any all-around M+ builds that work well in all M+? Honestly, any of the builds that I have on my Discord channel. Like that's the thing with Windwalker. Like, even though some are better for certain situations, you could run any of them and get consistent results. The easier one I'd say would be Shadowpan, like a Shadowpan build, like what I've got right here. Something like this is probably the easiest one to pick up and just play casually. Because there's a lot less min-maxing than with Conduit. Oh, the healer left. Why? Why? Okay, I'll take the shaman then. I'm gonna complete my trifecta. Yeah, Shadowpan with lightning I think is probably the nicest one to just kind of casually play with. I don't think I'm gonna get my full melee comp, you know? It's a lot of hunters. I'm leaning towards... Ratsy. Am I? Yeah, I'm leaning towards Ratsy. Also, thank you for the prime and the follow, Glidesy. Oh, that's really kind of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was like 5 thank yous. That's... Oh, I'm so awkward. But no, honestly, I really appreciate it. That's really kind of you. Which is the best range DPS? I have no idea. On paper, mage, I think, right? Fire mage is probably the best. Right? I look from it from a raid perspective most of the time. And to me, fire mage is like... I don't know. They just do insane damage. They can literally carry on certain bosses. They're like the hero class, right? They've got amazing utility. I just think a lot, like when I play with the Mythic Plus, it's never the same. But I play with some really like good fire mages in my guild when we do raiding and stuff, like top of the line fire mages, and they will perform. Shadow Priest were really good, but I think the issue with Priest is they're like kind of like Windwalker, right? They'll either be really good in a tier or absolutely garbage and won't be taken. Where I think Mage will always get taken, like just always will. Like, not even just for intellect buff, right? Mages are just good. Mages are just good. You'll always find a use for a mage. So yeah, I guess I'd answer with mage. Lock class druid from the mini boss skip. If any class has fast movement abilities, don't need either. Is that for the third big ad on the way to the Coliseum boss? I don't know how to word that. I'll get a druid for this, but I will get the druid. He's done 12s. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's only a theater of pain, like, come on. Mage is Blizzard's baby. It honestly is. Although Shaman's feels like it's been Blizzard's baby for a couple of years now, right? Like, I swear Shaman used to, like, be in such an awful spot, and then all of a sudden they were everywhere. They definitely got the preferential treatment. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine when a class is, like, not as strong, and then it gets, like, favorable treatment. That's fine. Because otherwise, everybody, like, it's why tuning is important as well, right? It sucks when your class gets nerfed. It does. But if all the classes were all the same all the time, people would just play one class. There'd be 5 classes that every single player would play, and there'd be, like, classes would be dead. Everyone would play mage. Everyone would play, you know. It's kind of like a good example is like League of Legends. Like, they have to do tuning, otherwise the game becomes so stale, right? You have to tune the characters, otherwise the meta stays the same. You can't have the same meta in games like this. Otherwise, people don't want to play it. The meta has to adapt. It just sucks when it's your favorite one that doesn't adapt. But I definitely agree that tuning needs to happen in games like this. Where am I going? Where am I going? Oh my god, where am I going? Oh, theater. No one's taking me to 12s, it sucks. Oh, I'm sorry, Twist. What keystone level is yours? I'd always advise doing your own keystone. Because then you always get taken, right? It can't not get taken to your own keystone. You say that, but then Yasuo and Lux stay meta every season. Alright, well, there are some outliers, right? Okay. I mean, okay, come on. There's like, what, 200 champions in that game now? Let my analogy work. Let it work. Let it work. Oh, we don't... Oh my god, we don't have a skip. Okay, I'm gonna have to tell him. Skip or pull? I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna tell them that you need to really hug the left wall if they want to skip it. No one here can skip, right? Right, okay. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll just say it then. Yeah, you literally have to hug this. It should work. Otherwise, we're just gonna get pulled into the boss. I think that'd be funny though. That'd be so funny, wouldn't it? Oh, we'll all laugh about it.
5,
Oh,
3,
why do I have to do this on the stream? I suck at Ring of Peace skips. It's mists all over again.
Good to see you again.
Yeah. That's fine. I understand how to do it. It's the fact that you can still end up in combat. So everybody has to be so tight on this left. I think we're fine. Can this guy come into the pack? Huh? I think we're fine. I feel like everyone hugged the wall really tightly there. We'll find out. We'll find out in 30 seconds. Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Oh, please let it have worked. Please let it have worked. I can't look. What happens, happens. No! No! Res, you need to res. Res him! It's doable. A paralyzed...
Human dead.
It's over, right? It's over. It's over. It's over. Was it me? Was it me? Reset key? Oh my god. I think it was because I got knocked, didn't I? It's over. It's over. It's fine. Fine. I think I cooked it. Oh, sorry. Sad face. I'm gonna look at the footage. I'm gonna get YouTube up. Hold on. I'm gonna get YouTube up. How do I watch my own stream? Hold on. How do I watch my own stream? Because I don't want to watch it in blurry. If I watch it on the way I'm thinking, it'll be blurry. Oh, I think it was me. Also, I don't want to hear my own voice. Let me mute this shit. Let me mute this. Okay. Let's evaluate this situation. We're gonna watch it, like, what? Playback speed, I don't know, 0.5. Hello, YouTube, stop. Just work. Please work for me. I'm tilted. Okay. So me and the boys, just in a theater of pain 13. It's all gonna work out. I speed myself up to get early access to the ad. Okay. Perfect range for paralysis. I wait, I spam click it, paralysis, perfectly fine. This part's fine. Ring of Peace. Did I knock him far enough? I think that's good. I don't think I could have done it any further. Because I hit him dead in the middle. So he is far. Okay. Okay, I'm looking at my mount. Where's my mount? I can still mount up right now. I can still mount up. Oh, what did that horse just do? Hold on. What did you just do? Okay. I can still mount up. I can still mount up. Right? That shouldn't have pulled. I could still mount up until I got into... No, this game's cooked. Blizzard, I want a word. Right? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Oh, I have to do a 12 again. Fuck this game. I'm sorry. Anyone that wanted to watch pushing keys. I'm just having to do the same keys over and over again. I really didn't want to have to do a 12 of this again, but there's nothing I can do. Yeah, try it with no paralysis. That is it's a great idea. Thank you for the tip. You know, I'll consider it. I think I can't quite work out what went wrong there. The reason I was looking for can I mount up is because if I had got into combat with it myself, I wouldn't be able to mount up, right? Like I was looking in the bottom right hand corner. Because the moment you get in combat with something like that, you can't mount up, but I still had my mount icons available to me. So I have to go under the assumption it was potentially the person on the horse that when they went a little bit too far right. Like, it's hard to tell. It is hard to tell. I mean, it easily could have been me. But I don't think it was. But I don't think it was. I think it was the slight right move on that horse that was just too close, within the 20-yard range we talked about. Oh. How are Brewmasters now? Oh, he's 4 out of Mythic. Get him in. He's 4 out of 8 Mythic. Okay, now they all come in. Oh, yeah. Now I've got a tank and a healer. You all come running into my key, don't you? Yeah. Okay, guys. All right. We need a skipper. Right, I need to remember this. We need a skipper. So like a rogue or a something. A rogue or a priest or a demon hunter. Am I going to take a demon hunter solely to skip this one pack? There's no way. There's no way. You can't. I know you can pull them all into the boss. It's why I was getting a bit frustrated when they didn't res the healer. Because I've had that exact same situation happen before, where it got pulled into the boss and we succeeded because even if the healer got one shot, you res the healer, that you CC maybe the ad that like casts, like I did with the paralysis. Like that was salvageable, 100% salvageable, but there was no CR that was sent out. Because you can do that trash with it. The issue is the casters. The casters are the biggest scary thing there. If that issue, like if that goes down in that way. Yeah, but no CR. It was basically, I think it was given up at that point, but it was not. That makes sense. It was doable. I'm milking what I'm saying. It was doable. Oh my god. I don't know. I guess I'll take a demon hunter for the skip. It feels bad though. Like what? Like what is my purpose? Your purpose is to your purpose is to do a skip. I guess. Oh, my key can't even deplete lower than a 12. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, rogue. Okay, no, these two. You're nabbed. I didn't even check that. I didn't care. Oh shit! I need to reset the instance. Everybody will know. Yeah, I just think it all got cooked. 100%. Yeah, definitely salvageable. But that's why I really don't like the Ring of Peace skip here. Like, I know it's possible, but it's why I was getting really concerned about it. Because the difficult part is, I think you have to install potentially a, I don't even know, like a weak or something to tell if like the ad's got aggro of someone. Maybe you have to put a I don't know, look at its focus. There is a way of knowing. There is a way of knowing. I just didn't really plan it out. But I don't think it was on me. Like it doesn't matter who it's on. It's just being able to tell that you've got the aggro of it and then not to pull the boss. I think is the issue that we had there. Could you argue it was the healer because the ad instantly targeted the healer, or do you think that's just because the healer was the closest target? I guess maybe that doesn't matter. Probably nothing to do with it. I'm overcomplicating this. We fucked up. Wait. I have this, right? Why did I still have the quest? We already talked, Lynn Dormy. Any drums left? Oh my god. It's fine. We don't need drums. It's a 12. It's fine. We don't need drums. We don't need them. But I will check if I have any. I've got one. Alright, we got emergency drum. Where do I put it? Emergency drum goes there. In case of panic, break glass. I think it is resilient source. Because obviously that was, it says resilient level 12 on it. I've got to trust that means right, because it literally says resilient level 12 on the key. Also, we're not going to wipe this one, so it doesn't matter. I will alt F4 if we tank this key. Hey, do you have like a video that explains your nameplates? I like how clean they are. I do. Let me see if this works for you. Oh, come on, it should work. Yeah, that works. If you press that link there, it will take you to a video that kind of talks about any of my UI that I have on my screen at the moment. Like all of it, kind of go through it piece by piece. One of the things that I talk about is my nameplates, and it's chaptered tidy plates add-on. It's at near the start of the video, like before the halfway point, because it's in the add-on section. No worries. Where's this tank? The tank says he's in Theatre of Pain. Oh? Alright. Let's do this one quick. So I actually want to... Like, what have I timed today? What have I got score from? Like, genuinely. What have I done? What have I done? Like, what... what have I done since I got 3k? 37 points. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Because you got to think about what's the only consistent that's been in these dungeons, right? What is the one consistent factor that has been in every single one of these dungeons that has stopped me getting score? It's me. I'm the consistent. And at what point is it the consistent's fault? Gets you thinking, doesn't it?
Good to see you.
It's easy to blame everybody around you, but what's the consistent? It's me!
Too far away.
We have not used Lush, so I'm assuming nobody has drums. So, emergency break glass drums. My ordering there was awful. I should have Storm Earth and Fire before. It's always a group effort. It is a group effort, but... You know, it's a group effort, but sometimes you just gotta look inwards. We'll go back to the League of Legends analogy, right? Like any game that you wipe, you know what do you say? Oh my god, my teammates, they're trolling. But when you lose 10 in a row, have you had the same teammates for every game? Have you? Probably not, right? What's the consistent in that? What's the consistent? I'll tell you what the consistent is. It was you, buddy. It was you. Maybe not quite the same for WoW, but... I feel like I should have sent cooldowns at some point again. I definitely should have sent another Storm, Earth and Fire, because I'm going to overcap here. I was too busy thinking about League of Legends. So you do have to look inward sometimes. Is Shadowpan the go-to now? I think, generally speaking, the go-to should be whatever you're more comfortable playing. Because they're both viable and they're both like close to each other in a lot of situations. So, in all honesty, probably what you're more comfortable playing and what you think you can do better in Mythic Plus. But I think, but then like if you're truly min-maxing, I think it comes down to the situation and how your tank pulls a dungeon. So I think like Shadowpan is better in some, Conduit's better in others, but if you're stronger at Conduit, you have a bit more experience because it's been the... You know, the hero talent that you've been playing for the past 5 months. Oh, can I stand here? I'm going to say yes. Oh, that was tight. Personally, I think Shadowpan's better for a dungeon like this, but then at the same time, you could pull this dungeon in a certain way where actually Shadowpan might not be as good as Conduit. So it sounds like a wishy-washy answer, but it's... Ow? Ow! Oh, I'm so cooked. Yeah, it sounds like a bit of a wishy-washy answer, but I don't think it is. Hey, someone else died, not just me. Sweet. This is not good, by the way. I don't like how the order changes each time. I don't. The issue with the order changing is that some of these are a lot harder than others. If the last one's the one that shoots out those blades, it is the worst experience. I didn't even attack you! Yeah, what I'm saying is, like for the majority of people, it's probably just too close to matter. Like, let's say you're just doing like, you know, 10s or whatever, your weekly 10, then play whatever you want. I really don't think it matters that much. Like generally in 10s, I'll just like, 'cause I do weekly 10s, right? I'll just run Conduit because I prefer it. Oh, what is the animation, by the way? Like, it goes through the floor, so you can't even see where it's like finishing the circle. Shadow Pan's a little bit boring. Yeah, it definitely is the more boring of the two. What? Why did we ping that? Huh? It depends why you think it's boring. Do you think it's boring because there are less buttons, or do you just think it's boring in general? If you think it's boring because there are less buttons, there's like an alternative build that you can run where you can take Strike of the Winged Lord and you can take Slicing Winds. If you think it's boring because you just don't like the hero talent as much, you don't like the passive nature of flurry strikes and whatnot, then that's a little bit different. Like, personally, I think it's boring because there's no buttons to press. So the fact that there's an alternative build makes it a bit more exciting. We are skipping this. Cool. I feel like I've held on to cooldowns for like the majority of this dungeon. Good skip. 10 out of 10. Would skip again. Alright, we got everything for this boss. I'm gonna hold lightning for 7 seconds. Sounds kind of cooked, but to get the value on the 2 targets is gonna be good. Just the extra damage on the oppressive banner does make a difference. Oh, frontal. Okay, down I go. I have no cooldowns for you, mate. I literally have nothing. I've got nothing. I had to pop a fist. That feels so... Why did he not die? Oh, cheat death, right. Yikes. I hate going down. Banner again in 8 seconds. I'm just going to hold again. I'll probably touch a death banner as well. Just get it down instantly. And hopefully he doesn't send me down again. It's just tedious. It's not even fun. And you actually lose damage by going down. Like, I know you get a damage buff when you come up, you win, but the amount of damage you've already lost is no, it's not worth it. Oh, piss off. Oh, at least they're on half health. I like that. Why'd they heal themselves? No! It's so slow. Oh my god. If I had like a flurry strikes or something, I probably could have sent that. The spec is mathematically better when Robot plays it perfectly. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, to be honest, for like Sims and stuff. Like at the end of the day, like you do want to min-max with what like Sims are saying, but then yeah, it's always worth taking into account, right? But it's mathematically better when a robot plays it in like literally thousands and thousands of iterations. So yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at it. I think I've gotten used to the faster pace of Conduit. Shadowpan feels sluggish. Yeah, no. I think probably a lot of players would agree with you on that one. Just the burst windows, the reduced cooldown, like, yeah, it definitely, they feel very different in their playstyle, when fundamentally, they're kind of the same. Where are we going with this, Chief? Like, when you think about it, all that on paper changes is that they have a different hero talent. One has a passive and one has an active. But the implications of those and what they changed, how you play it, is what matters. This hurts. Why? You know what I've been picking up at the moment in some of my off time? I've been trying Rogue. Now, believe it or not, it used to be a Rogue main. I've been like leveling a little Rogue off stream, off vids, just in my own time, like an hour or so a day. I'm enjoying myself. I really enjoy Outlaw. Obviously, I've just been doing dungeons. I feel like something like Subtlety feels really bad in dungeons. Like, not bad, but maybe it's just because I'm leveling dungeons. Like, Assassination as well feels really bad in leveling dungeons because you're putting all your bleeds on everything and everything just dies instantly. It feels, like, horrible. But Outlaw just feels... It reminds me where I really enjoyed Rogue. I loved Rogue because of Outlaw. Just being able to play it again. Because I need a third role. So I have 2 Windwalkers at the moment, my guild. And I have a demon... So we need 3 characters, right? I have 2 Windwalkers, and I have a Demon Hunter. But Demon Hunter just doesn't work for me. I can't play it, really. I don't think I'll be able to get more out of it. It just feels like a character that goes to waste. But I think I could do Rogue. The thing that put me off Rogue was the fact that you kind of need to know 3 entire specs. Which is quite a lot. There's a lot of extra work to go into it. But it's really fun. Oh, no. I think I enjoy Subtlety the most. Because it's very similar to the Windwalker playstyle with burst windows. Like with, oh, what's the ability called? Oh god, I should know this. The 30-second cooldown. Purple icon, symbol of death. Yeah, symbol of death is very similar to Strike of the Windlord in a way, where you're basically playing around these like burst windows. Obviously, completely different abilities, but it's thematically the same. And you have your like big cooldown one, your spirit blade, I don't know. You know what I mean? Strike. I don't know. Very similar. But Outlaw's really fun. Anyway, that's what I'm doing at the moment when I'm not playing Windwalker. Doesn't Outlaw give me Carpal Tunnel? Not right now, because I don't have a lot of haste. So, right now, like, the GCD is not that big of an issue. Like, I'm still playing it pretty slow, because of leveling. But eventually, yeah. Eventually it will. Oh, it's going to be great. To be honest, I think that's when my wrist started hurting when playing games. When I was playing Outlaw Rogue. But this time I'm sure it'll be fine, right? Part of the Jade Serpent's too good. When I don't have it, I miss it. I feel like I miss it. Yeah, I think I agree with that sentiment. When I started playing Shadowpan again, like a little bit in M+ and stuff, it felt a little bit weird. But when you start looking at like the actual damage numbers, Shadowpan's a weird one, because it feels like when you played Conduit, Shadowpan feels like it doesn't have any buttons, it shouldn't be doing damage, but it does. And you kind of think to yourself, where's all this damage actually coming from? Because I'm not really pressing anything. All I'm pressing is, like, Fist of Fury. and spinning crane kick when it glows, and a jade lightning here and there. But then, like, when you break it down, that is actually where all the damage comes from. It feels like you put in a lot less work for the damage you output, where Conduit feels like you're putting in a lot of work to get big numbers. Shadowpan feels like you're putting in no work and you're getting good numbers. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what they're going to do for Season 3. Because Season 3 is generally when they put in a set piece that will affect how your character plays, right? That's generally when they would put in their, like what do they do in Dragonflight? They put in the one that affected your blackout kick, and your blackout kick reduced your cooldowns, right? Basically what Ordered Elements does. Basically what Ordered Elements does, but it was kind of like a prop. It worked a little bit different. My biggest concern is I hope if they do something like that, it doesn't force you to play one hero talent, because it works better with that hero talent. I'd be surprised if it didn't work like that, though. It's definitely going to work like that. And then it's like, okay, which hero talent would I prefer? If you were forced to play one hero talent, probably Conduit, right? I feel like being forced to only play Conduit is probably the lesser of two evils. We've been forced to play Shadowpan, and it's not great. But I think I could probably play Conduit for like 2 tiers straight and be happy with it. I can walk through the boss when the orbs are coming to keep up time. Does the floor not hurt underneath? Alright, let me test it. Oh my god. The more you know. I didn't know that. That's a cool trick. Thank you for the tip. Why do these feel like they're healing themselves? Why doesn't it hurt you? It clearly looks like a zone that you shouldn't be able to stand in. I've never actually tried it. In my mind, I see green zone, and I think to myself, oh, it's going to do exactly what happens if I walk through the orbs. They're going to one-shot me. That's a much better way of dodging. We're going to wait for the stack again. And then we'll send Crackling. Where are we going? Ow. Ow. That was a very goofy way of doing that. I'm glad that I was made aware last time we just did this dungeon that you can actually... It doesn't matter where you're stood. Like, they'll always spawn at the edge. I did not know that. So I didn't panic when I was stood next to the boss. I would have freaked out if I didn't know that. I like learning stuff. I like it when you guys teach me things that I don't know. So I do not know everything. Definitely Mythic Plus is my weak point. You got any more tips? You guys got any more tips and tricks? Do you have any tips on tricks and how I can time a how I can not deplete my dungeons? Got any like notes on how I can guarantee that I'll complete all my 14s? Play better is not a not a reasonable note, not a reasonable tip or a trick. Oh, it takes 2 seconds for its first tick. Okay, so as long as I'm not just like, as long as I'm not swimming in it. But then I imagine it ticks hard. Right. Time every 14 resilient 14s. Have fun. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'll note that one down. How do I time my 14s? Just time them, and then you can't not time them. Can't deplete a keystone that you have all of them on. Are we gonna time that? Yeah, it looks fine. This is the last one, isn't it? I've literally been like half awake doing this dungeon, like half cognitive. Oh, we're pulling this. Was that intentional? Maybe because we did the skip, so you do this guy instead. Ow. Oh my god. Did I just make a squelching noise? Did I just hear that? Just the rancid gas bag just squelch at me. It took me 4 weeks of non-stop playing to get all 14s done. Oh. Non-stop playing. So what you're trying to say is that there's a chance I can do it streaming it twice a week. I think it's doable. After that, I found a group. Yeah. That's a smart thing to do. The issue as well that I might have with a group is commitment, right? Because I know that, like, Mythic Plus groups, like, in my head, a Mythic Plus group will want to play at certain times and stuff. But I've got, like, commitments to raid and stuff like that as well. See, the easiest solution would be, hey, why don't you just do dungeons with your guild? Your guild not do dungeons? Not a lot of them, actually. Well, not like high dungeons anyway. Like, personally, I'm not doing high dungeons, right? Like, and I've never been like a high dungeon pusher. I've always been a raider. So I completely get that. Like, you do your weekly 10s, that's it. I'm done for the week. I don't have to push keys. We got a lot of ads here. Well, that's not good. Why are we all diseased? The healer is dead. I would start panicking, but this boss is actually doable without a healer. Thoughts? Where's the healer? Rise, for... Do you mind? No! This is fucked up. This is fucked up. Rise, tarnished. Wait. Let me... Oh my god, I would have rezzed them, but he pulled me in! Oh. It's, by the way, no time. Why do you all caps that? Wait, this is my key. No, it's not my key. This is my key. Why did I think I was in someone else's key and it didn't matter? Oh my god. What did they die to? Don't tell me the chains. I'll lose my shit. You can't, that's illegal. It's illegal to get hit by those chains. Oh, I would have got the healer as well because I pressed it. It was going off, but then we got Zuck because he gripped me in, and then I went back, and then the chains were there. So if I started channeling it again, I would have got hit by the chains. It's, by the way, no time. That doesn't fill me with confidence. That really doesn't. That doesn't fill me with confidence. I mean, that could mean anything, right? Like, by the way, it's no time. Like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what he's trying to imply there. Like, It's very, like, cryptic. You didn't get hit! That's Sorry, if I don't laugh, I'll cry. The funniest part is that it was the tank, right? The tank that positioned us in a spot where you... Oh my god. No, we are resilient, sure, but it's more the fact that I don't get a... I'm fucked. No, I'm so good at this game. You don't get hit. Like, imagine if I got hit after like going on a huge rant about people getting hit. That would have been embarrassing. It's less the point that the fact that it's resilient and more the fact that I'm just going to end up with another 12. I don't want another 12. Oh, no. You know, sometimes, like, you can just get hit by the chains on this boss. Like, I think you can just get quite unlucky sometimes, so... It's not even, like, a positioning thing, really. Like, sometimes, like, they just, like, kind of catch you off. Like, there's a lot of reasons that players can get hit by chains on this boss, so it's not the end of the world either. Like, it doesn't kill you or anything, so I think it's okay, as long as you don't die to the chains. It's timeable, also, by the way. I don't know why he said no time, by the way. 5 minutes is 100% enough time to do this. I can't believe I got hit by the chains. Oh my god. Yeah, as long as I completed them out of Theatre of Pain Prison, but I'd like a 13 on top of everything, you know? Because all I care about right now is score. What? How was this not solid? Okay. I'm not saying I walked on a solid thing, but I guess it wasn't. Sure. Alright, come on, more effort. Your time is now. Alright, we need to get lightning stacks real quick for this. Ideally dodge the frontal. Great start. Alright, now it's coming. So we'll pop a big defensives. We'll go lightning here. And we'll chain lightning everything. I feel like I hit nothing. Am I crazy? Why do I feel like that only hit, like, one target? It did. Yeah, it did no damage. That hit, like, one target. Okay. Sure. Why, though? Okay, we'll be at 20 stacks now, but I'm just going to hold. Oh my god, she never sent out a second set before you put... She never sent out the second set before you push. Wait, what? Where's the healer? I can do this. Rise, Tarnished. Watch out for the frontal. I don't think I've ever seen the boss like cast out the second thing before intermission, like before the intermission. Was our damage just that low? Our damage was that low. Guys, get off me! Big lightning.
It's not hitting anything!
Wait, where's the frontal?
Frontal!
In these situations, it's important not to panic. I think we're fine now, right? Where's the ad charging? No. No. Oh my god, no way. This isn't real. This isn't happening. How did... Oh my god. I think we're fine now. What do you mean? This happens to me so often, maybe when ads are too far away, or maybe you need to hit them first. I think it's that we need to hit them first. Potentially. I don't think that was too far away. So I've done that before, but it could definitely be the two need to hit them first. It happens a lot. If you're ever trying to crackling jade lightning something in the open world, you'll have that problem all the time, where you like hit the first target, then you're crackling jade lightning. Or you'll try to crackling jade a bunch of mobs far away. It will only hit the one that you're targeting, right? Because you're not classed as in combat with it. I think you have to be in combat with it. But it's weird because I probably cast it at the exact same time as I did in the last pull. We'll go again. Yeah, so you can see... I think that hit 5, actually. We can look on the damage. Yeah, so that time it actually did. Oh my god. Today's been a nightmare. Today's been a night. I thought today was meant to be the good day, by the way. Today was meant to be when, like, I'd come back, rekindled, revitalized. Mythic Plus was going to be my bitch. It looks like I'm Mythic Plus's bitch. What have we accomplished today? What have we accomplished today? Oh, we did the 12, didn't we? We did the 12. Yep, and we got a score from that. Other than that, yeah. Now you might be thinking, did this guy buy his account? Great question. I can't answer it though. But there's a good chance I did buy this account. Wait, no, can I say that even as a joke? Ah, fuck it. Blizzard aren't watching my stream. Unless. Oh! I'm actually so close to overflooring. This boss isn't meant to last this long. Tunnel boss? Yeah, tunnel boss. Fuck it. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay. That was atrocious. What I get. Fucking hate this game. I didn't get a priory again. It's not real. This game is not real. You can't just... This happened the other day when I was doing plus 10s. And I would do, like... I don't even remember the dungeons, but it was the same situation. I'd do a dungeon, and then I get a new one. And I do that one, then I get the same one. So I do that one, then I get the same one I just done. And then I get the same one I just... I was doing the same dungeons on repeat. I think I'm going to call it on dungeons there. I think this has been a horrible day. I think this has been an absolute nightmare for dungeons today. I'm going to have to start retitling these streams to, like, The Great Deplete or something. Something more accurate. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. I've done a lot of Mythic Plus this season. I've done like 70 odd keys. That is actually insane for me. I usually do like 20 and then I don't play keys. Yeah, I don't know. It's just been a rough one today. It's been a rough one, and I don't know. Just seeing the fact that I got another priory on the Sacred Flame, I can't do it. I can't do it. What day is it? It's Monday. So, what's the schedule for the week gonna look like? Tomorrow I'm gonna do some Mistweaver. I'm gonna go back on the Mistweaver again. Nice chill stream, you know? Remember how chill it was last time when I did that 1 hour Mythic Zero? It's gonna be a bit more of that, I think. Just relaxing, healing, you know, taking it one step at a time. I don't know if there'll be any raiding or anything. I think it's probably going to be more of a dungeon Mythic Plus sort of leveling on the healer. That'll be cool. Wednesday is actually going to be the raid day this week. I think we shuffled it around a little bit. So Wednesday is going to be the raid. And then I think Thursday might be some more Mistweaver. Or M+. I haven't decided yet. I might just do some M+ on Thursday. Because I'm enjoying... like, contrary to popular belief, and what you might be hearing whilst I'm playing, I do actually enjoy it. I just sometimes lose my mind a little bit by the end. by the end. It depends how well I'm doing. So, like, you can definitely see I can do 14s. Like, I know I'm 100% capable of doing these keys and probably higher. But it's just not going well. It's not my day. I think you just have those not your days. I don't know if potentially Motherlode and Cinderbrew were easier dungeons. But I wouldn't argue something like... I don't know. I think something like Mechagon or even Floodgate isn't actually that hard of a dungeon. I think Priory is what I'd maybe say is the hardest dungeon. I think the fact that everything casts, everything shoots you, everything casts Divine Toll or whatever, like can just one-shot you, you can get comboed, and you only have so many lives to play with. I think probably Priory is my least enjoyable actual M+. The rest of them I don't mind. I like Darkflame Cleft. I think it's a fun dungeon. Mechagon I think is a joke. Except for the first trash pack. Yeah, that's not fun. Floodgate's fun, except for the second boss, actually. There's a lot of actuallys going on here. Rookery's alright, except for that one trash pack before you reach the second boss. Theatre of Pain's good as well. The Great Depression. I don't know if we're quite there yet. The Great Deplete, and then we'll see how it goes on Thursday, and then it might be the Great Depression. Yeah, and then I think, yeah. So there'll be a few more Mythic Plus streams this week, I think. So I want to actually push it. I'm enjoying it at the moment. Less raid streams as well. So I'm just going to do one raid stream a week from now on. I think I started doing that last week. But basically just the main Windwalker run. Running through it, seeing if anything's changed to do with builds, more gear, stuff like that. But generally speaking, things are going to be quite consistent. Because there hasn't been much... Unless they like pull out something crazy before 11.1.5, it's going to be very similar to what it was. Probably playing a bit of Shadowpan in the raid on a couple of the earlier bosses just to have a bit of fun, see if you can actually do anything decent with Shadowpan. But yeah, other than that, I'll be doing some more Mythic Plus on Thursday. Thursday? Yeah, Thursday sounds right. Thank you for tuning in. We'll do better next time, right? Right? Please? That'd be nice. But yeah, cheers for all tuning in, and I'll hopefully catch you tomorrow for some Mistweaver. Alright, bye-bye.